my stick. You gon' have a mark from my stick, from my stick. My stick, my stick, my stick is better than bacon. You can't touch my stick. I don't wanna. Yeah, you want my stick. Dunk your coconut with my stick. Look at my stick. You gon' feel the wrath of my stick. Fear my stick, my stick, my stick. My stick is better than bacon. You can't touch my stick. It's just a stick. It's my perfect stick. My stick is my friend, born from a log. Everyone can see it's better than bacon. Why'd you get so crotchety and mean? Look at my stick. Why'd you drink that creature's milk is green? Got me sick. My stick, my stick, my stick is better than bacon. You can't use my stick, but it's just a stick. Don't you like my stick? No, it's just a stick. It's my perfect stick. My stick and me take walks every day. Past the hooligans down by the ocean. When they laugh at my stick, then they learn how my stick is much denser than bacon. Bought a little piggy and I let the little piggy run amok. Blowing on sleep, little piggy kept waking me up. People often fight about which birds are the best birds, but everybody can agree that seagulls are the worst. I kiss my stick, kiss my stick. You can't pick up my stick. Keep your mitts off my stick.
Do not wear that outfit again. But if you wanna keep your spleen, because I want to fit in. Sorry, you're just not terribly important to me. Did you know that Whitney Houston's debut LP has phone #1 singles on? Did you know that Christy, there are no girls with good personalities? I don't think we should see each other anymore. It never was supposed to be. Gotta return some videotapes. Have to return some videotapes. Did you know I'm utterly insane? I like to dissect girls that ate some of their brains. Gotta return some videotapes. I'm really late. Gotta return some videotapes. I guess I was probably returning videotapes. Gotta return some videotapes. I guess I was probably returning videotapes.
I love it, man. Shit. It's like a little boy. I giggle every time I see titties. It's weird.
The following program is rated TV-17, containing bad language.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
Sexual situations.
Like you're gonna take your pants off instead?
Nudity.
Sure.
And graphic depictions of nut-crunching dick kicks.
Oh, I just had to kick you in the diddly again.
Parental discretion is advised. All right, everybody, it is Sunday night. This is the Ronin Joe Show. I am your host, Ronin Joe. With me, as always, lately is Sean of the Ahrendt Jersey's finest. These nuts. And he's gone. He lost his audio. That's what happens. We also have special guest Patrick Quinlan in the house. What's going on, man? How you doing?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. Let's get Sean back up in here.
Good to see you, man.
It's good to see you too, man. How you been?
Better.
Yeah, there's always something going on, always something to deal with for sure. But we're excited to have you here tonight. First time on the channel, first time on the Ronin Joe Show. But I went on CG Commandos not too long ago, had a great time over there, talking with you and the boys. And I was like, let's get Patrick on. He's got a new book coming out. You just got done with funding River of Blood, right? That's funded. That's ready to go.
Well, we're getting there. So we're Second Chance campaign. So the next campaign that we're launching on Saturday, the Phenomenon 3 campaign, is also the Second Chance for River of Blood. So
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm kind of combining those two because I have a very strict schedule for Phenomenon that must be adhered to. So
nice.
It's going to be great though. The Second Chance campaign is going to feature the Ethan Van Sciver cover.
Yes.
The
one you won from me.
Lolos.
Yeah, both of you guys taking it over me, which I still don't understand how that happened. But it's okay. I'm not bitter, jealous about it at all.
He's bitter as shit.
Bastards.
He was just telling me behind stage.
Yeah. God dang. No, but when we get to looking at that campaign, do you want to pull it up or do you want to drop a link in the chat, in the private chat? It's
Well,
up to
so
you.
the campaign page isn't official yet. It's not, you can't view it yet.
Got you. Just to
So
sign
I've
up.
just got a lot of the images from the upcoming campaign that will be on the campaign page or whatever. But, like I've got, like the Ethan Van Sciver cover, all the covers, everything that you guys would want to know. I've got it.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will jump into that a little bit later in the show. Let's get the show started. Let's say hi to the chat real quick. But before I do, I just want to remind you guys that you are watching potentially on both the vertical and the horizontal tonight, because that's what we do here on the Ronin Joe channel. So if you're seeing names on the screen being brought up and you don't see them in your chats, probably because they're in the other chat. Now, I did see somebody pull up in the comments. I got to bring that up here in a second, that there's 4 versions of this stream right now on YouTube. Yeah, it's weird. It's got to be a glitch. There should only be 2. But, it is what it is. All right, jumping into the chat, we got OV Ravioli is in the house. Number 1 in the chat. Number 1 in our hearts, my friend. That makes you.
You're number 1.
Yes, indeed you are. Thank you for being here. We also have Twisted Dreams coming in and asking the important question.
Subject's notes. The extraction theory papers. Am I the only one who did the reading?
Always and always, my friend. Always and always. We got John Epple in the house. Says, how's it hanging, everybody? Short shriveled to the left. I need to get that as a drop.
Right.
That's a great, that just reminded me. Thank you, John. I need to go find that clip and put that on. Short shriveled to the left. Anytime anyone asks, how's it hanging? We're going to drop that clip. Skeleton Core Comics is in the house. Says, shit. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. We also have Patrick in the house, as you can see, ready to rock and roll. Okay, this is what it is. James says, why are there 4 of these scheduled at the same time, 2 of them saying they live right now? I don't know. I did see there was like 3 scheduled. I'm like, what the hell is going on with YouTube? I figure it's just a glitch. That stuff happens every once in a while, so who knows? We'll see how it goes. We got the Iron Spider, 2099 says, you see the game. I did not see the game. Did anybody see the game?
No,
The Yankees?
see the game.
I'm assuming the World Cup. Is that what people are talking about? I don't pay attention to the World Cup at all. I'm not a big soccer fan. And the World Cup isn't anything that I get excited about. So I know some people watch it. Have you guys been watching, paying attention at all? I don't know a damn thing about it.
For like a week and a half, but I didn't watch any of the games. I was so excited for foreigners to come here and eat our food and say how awesome America is.
And they were, too.
Yeah. And other than that, I'm like, yeah, it's just fucking soccer.
We got the magnificent one in the house. Says, hey, it's Joe, and he's got clothes on. That is true, guys. This is the first time you've seen us since Thursday night when we streamed naked behind cameras. And I'll tell you why we did that. My air conditioning broke, and it was like friggin' almost 90 degrees in this house. And I came down here to stream for the Grift on Thursday. I'm just pouring sweat down, just with a hat and a T-shirt on like you normally see me. I was like, I can't do this. So I stripped down all the way down to my boxers. I killed the camera. I was just like, this is how we're streaming tonight, you know? So everybody streamed off camera,
Were
including
you
Kayla.
still wearing a hat when you did that?
No, man, I was just,
Okay.
it was as naked as I could be just to survive, because even in the basement, it was friggin' impossibly hot. It was crazy. But you know what? We got it fixed, and here we are.
She's like, my makeup look good, and I got to go off camera.
That is true, yeah. Kayla,
Like,
she's
nobody's looking at your face.
she did she did herself up. She was looking good, and she's like, I was excited to be on camera, and now you guys don't want to stream on camera. And I was like, you can, but this whole bit is that we are naked. Now you don't have to be naked, but you have to say that you're naked. And so what happens is the very first time we go live, and the very legit thing that Sean and I in his studio and in my studio, we're streaming in our boxers because it's so damn hot. I throw it to Kayla, and I'm like, waiting for her to pick up the bit and run with it. And she drops the ball, Sean. Drops the ball. She just like completely throws the bit right out of it. She's like, well, no, I got clothes. I got PJs on. I was like, no, Kayla. It's like, you're supposed to tell everybody that you're naked too. Like that's the whole bit. Women.
Kayla's sense of humor is like, she doesn't get like normal sense of humor, like normal people, but she's like,
like
somebody get hit by a car. She's like, ha ha ha, you see that fucking kid get hit by a car? That's weird, man. It's bad ghetto, but we love her for it.
That is true. That is true. We have Christopher Bouchard in the house. Welcome, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Let's see. Also, Paul's Arts is in the house. Nice. Good to see you. Good to see you. Did I miss any of the members? No members are in here yet? All right. I want to make sure I didn't do a bad job at not saying hi to the members yet. I'll hopefully get some in here so I can do my drop. Evening, gents. Evening to you, Flay81. Good to see you. We got Beampad in the house. Says, greetings, gentlemen. Greetings to you. Hope you're doing well. Look at who we've got in the chat. It's been a second since I've seen this name. Mr. Badass Turner in the house says, hail, jabronis.
How you doing, buddy?
Good to see you back around, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well.
He's a top bloke, as the folks say.
That is what they say. That's what they say. Paul's Art says, I can only get so hard, Joe.
We got pills for that at this age.
That is true, man. We're getting into the geriatric age, man. You ever see that? Like when you go to the doctor.
You guys maybe.
Well, yeah, not you. You're young kids still, But us, we're 44 years old, and technically geriatric. I'm like, what the hell, man? Like, come on. Like,
I'm all about it. I can't wait to go up and get that senior discount, man.
Oh, jeez. No, I'm not ready for it, man. I'm not ready for it. My ego can't handle getting old. We're staring down 50 in about 6 years. I can't do it.
True.
Flady1 says she's a chick. She's a chick, so you kind of have to give her a pass on that stuff. That is true. We do all the time.
All the time.
Kayla doesn't get our sense of humor. We crack her up on the show, and that's why I think the chemistry works so great on the Grift. Mm-hmm. But Sean and I, we can riff off each other for 2 hours straight if we have to, just bouncing back. We don't even have to talk about a bit that we're doing. We start a bit, we finish it, and we throw it to Kayla, and just whoosh, right over her head. And we're like, okay, moving on.
She's like the white guy in like the Dream Team. It's like, oh.
That's a great point. But we love her. Michael Pritchard's in the house says, do comic book stores give senior discounts? They better, damn it.
Should.
Yeah, because when I get to that age, I'm cashing in all of that shit. Mm-hmm. I've lived my life. It's time to get the discounts. Insurance, food, whatever. Like that's what I'm at. That's the only thing that's going to make it worth it. Guys, we also have a new crowdfunding site launching today on Back Me Bro. Shane Davis, our very own Shane Davis here in CG.
Nice.
Him and his wife Yanzi have put together this amazing crowdfunding site for all of us to go to if you are sick of Kickstarter or Indiegogo or whatever reason and you want to venture your way over to Back Me Bro. Definitely do it. The first campaign is basically in a beta phase, where Shane is launching his own campaign so he can work out all the kinks and stuff that needs to be before he brings other people on to go here. Let me refresh this. We're currently sitting at $12,417, 230 backers. Shout out to Shane. Appreciate everything he's doing for the community. And I appreciate everybody's in the chat. We got a lot of people streaming tonight. I know John's streaming over there, pushing back me, bro. Who else might be doing it as well? I want to put some focus on there because this big thing is happening. But we do have a show to do, a show to run, and that's what we're here for, to do the entertainment. Let's get rolling in that. Yeah, Back Me Bro. I'm Reaper Destroyer will be up there, and I got a really cool cover artist that's going to be exclusive to that site.
Well,
I'm
you
excited
think
to
so,
talk
but I
about.
mean, you said he's got to work the kinks out, and Shane's got a lot of kinks, I've heard, so it's going to be a while.
Definitely has some kinks, you know. I mean, like I get to stream with him every Wednesday, and there's some things to work out, but I'm confident. I'm confident he'll figure that out.
He's got a few things he needs to crank out before all the kinks are
Oh, he's definitely cranking. He's definitely cranking, man. Flady once says they don't typically give discounts, but the old guy at the counter usually has Ben K and aspirin they'll share. That's a good point. I guess there's things to look forward to in our geriatric age, which apparently we are now. So, whatever. There's that. Okay. Let's jump into it. So a couple things tonight. We're going to talk about the Odyssey doing very well at the box office against everybody's some people's wishes, against all odds, doing good over there. Also, there's a segment I like to call Everybody Loves Boobs. It was up to part 5 that I did on the show. I haven't done it for a while because I have to find things worthy of bringing that segment up. I do have a segment for today, so Everyone Loves Boobs part 6 will be returning in the show. We're going to talk about some comic book art, some nerdy stuff, and then obviously going over Patrick's new book that he's got coming out here pretty soon. So buckle up. Let's get ready. Let everybody know that we're streaming. Go out and share this into YouTube, X, wherever you might be. Jump into the chat. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Consider becoming a member. All of the members of the channel get exclusive behind-the-scenes looks at Reaper Destroyer and most of the other stuff I'm doing at Superior Press Comics before anybody else gets a chance to see it. I put something up there for the members only on Wednesday, I think. So if you haven't checked it out, go to the community section and check that out for you guys. All right, let's jump into some topics. I have not talked to, or neither of us have talked to Patrick about this, so I have no idea what he's feeling about this movie or anything like that. So we're going to jump into this. But before we do, I have not seen this yet, just full disclosure. But I see that this the Odyssey has become Christopher Nolan's biggest opening weekend movie that he has done, topping The Dark Knight Rises and The Dark Knight. The Odyssey, against all odds, against all of us sitting here trashing it and running it into the ground because the Elliot Page and the DEI and everything like that, is cruised to a $264.1 million worldwide box office opening weekend. That is huge. Did not see that coming. What are you guys thinking on this? I'm going to throw it to Sean, and then I want to hear all of Patrick's thoughts on this because I'm sure he's got them. Sean.
I think people were surprised that all like the woke shit was hardly in it. So maybe they're going out there to
from what we've heard, yes.
Yeah, like from reviews I've seen, it's like maybe like 5 minutes collectively. And if you were getting like cringed out by it, and then hearing otherwise, I don't know, man. I'm hearing good things about the flick. I'm still not going to pay for it. I'll bootleg it for sure.
No, yeah, I'm definitely not paying for it. That's a fact. Yeah, subbed already. Speed watching Speed. Fuck, those were the days. Speed was a good movie, man. I was just thinking about that the other day. Keanu Reeves, good action, 90s action. Yes, sir. All right, Patrick, I know that you are a man that likes some mythology, like some stuff like that. I don't think we've talked together about what your thoughts on the Odyssey is and what Christopher Nolan's kind of take has been up to this point. And so what are you thinking about the movie? And are you surprised it's done so well so far at the box office?
That's the first thing. Like, I'm actually kind of shocked that it would have gone above The Dark Knight or The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
It's not surprising. Like, now that you show it there and I see it, to see The Dark Knight Rises made more than The Dark Knight. Not surprising because The Dark Knight was so good that everybody thought Dark Knight Rises, which is an inferior movie, would have been better. So that's, okay, that's what expected.
Right.
But the fact that the Odyssey, I mean, so there's two parts to it. Like, obviously there's the European crowd, right? Mm-hmm. And the European crowd is obviously probably way more knowledgeable about the Odyssey than Batman. So that's probably another, like, a contributing factor to why that's made so much money. Personally, I feel like the movie looked boring. Like, it just looked boring. Like, I like Nolan's aesthetic and his color palette for Batman. Mm-hmm. And for most of his movies, it's kind of like this bluish, grayish kind of, I'm using the word very sarcastically, but realistic style of aesthetic.
Oh, yeah.
Which it works. It works for a lot of the things that he does. It does not work for the Odyssey, I don't feel like. I've seen some shots from the Odyssey that were really cool, like the Cyclops. I know a lot of people don't like the way the Cyclops looks. I'm a big fan of the way the Cyclops looks.
Yeah, I'm indifferent on the Cyclops design. It's probably not what I would have gone with, but I don't hate it. You know?
It's not as fantastical as it could be, but at the same time, it might be more realistic. Patrick said conspiratorially. And then the giant dudes, like the 12-foot tall dudes in armor. I think that's the thing that, after now remembering what it actually was in the Odyssey, because I read the Odyssey in high school. It's been a long, long time.
Yeah, it's been a second since I actually read the book.
But,
I remember the 90s miniseries that came out, which was pretty damn good with Armani. I can't remember the dude's name. Armani Asante, or whatever his name was. But that was a good adaptation of it, I thought.
Are there boobs in the Odyssey? Yeah, dude. Yes, Magnificent One.
There better be.
I don't like I don't like that switch. People are saying they're just like dudes who roam around in the forest wearing armor, whereas before in the Odyssey they were 12-foot tall giants that ate people, which I find a terribly fascinating thing for Homer to have included. Which we'll get into later, I guess, when we talk about my comic books.
Oh, but there's a tease for you, everyone. That's how you do it.
It just looks boring. It just looks like not a very interesting movie. When people say that there's not a lot of woke stuff in it, I've come to realize that when people say that, and I go watch that film because they said there wasn't a bunch of woke stuff in it, that a lot of people don't get like unconscious propaganda. They don't get like, sometimes there's things underneath like that aren't right in your face that are still like it's still kind of woke. And I want to fight it all. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not satisfied with just like the obvious woke stuff. I want to get rid of all of the kind of the way people take really great pieces of art or really great IPs and like insert little things into them that most people don't notice, but I notice them. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I have not seen the movie. I asked my old man if he wanted to go watch it with me. He seems copacetic to the idea, so I think we'll probably go watch it and see what we think.
Before I continue, a couple people dropping in here. We got Sleeping Cycle. I used to be able to say this name all the time, and now for some reason I can't say it anymore. So I'll just say Sleeping. Sleeping's in the house. Says, oh my God, Patrick looks like a proper adult in the thumbnail. Wild.
Yeah.
That is true. I tried to. I don't usually put the guests on the thumbnail, but I had an idea in my head.
Good, so
yeah, I had an idea in my head, and I was like, I'm gonna go with it. You know. So we also got Wiley J. Draws jumping in the house. That I heard the Juno chick is only in it for like 5 minutes.
The Juno chick.
So here's the thing. I love the Odyssey story. I love Greek mythology. All like, you know, any movies like that in that period of time, I absolutely love. So when it was announced that Christopher Nolan was doing this movie and making an adaptation of the Odyssey, I was extremely excited about it. It was like one of my most anticipated movies. And I was even standing steady when everyone was pushing and railing back on the costumes and the boats and like all this stuff that people were complaining about. They weren't, you know, period accurate or all this stuff. I was like, I don't care. It's like, I'm looking forward to it. And then we got the Elliot Page news. We got the, you know, Ellen of Troy being cast as a black woman news, like all this DEI stuff creeping into the movie. And it really killed it for me. And I've been spent like the last few weeks just really disappointed in this movie, not wanting to go see it in the theater, maybe checking it out when it gets to streaming. So I was really surprised when I woke up today. I was like, I wonder what the box office is, because I know it had a really good preview weekend. I think it did like 17 million on Thursday or something like that, which was very, very good. And I was just shocked to see that this thing was like $254 million worldwide, 264, sorry. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, you know, it's interesting to me because we fight against the woke stuff all the time. Now, there are certain things that I'll deal with if it's a good movie. I'll be like, all right, I don't like this aspect of the movie because it's this or that, but I'll deal with it because it's a good movie. But I was really sure that this was going to suffer at the box office because of all the stuff that we have been talking about. So I'm very surprised to see it doing as well as it is. No, not hating it. You know, if it's a good movie, it's a good movie. I'll just be completely honest with that, even with the woke stuff in it. But I also said on Wednesday's show or Thursday's show that I don't think that Hollywood was going to let this movie die. So even if it didn't do very well at the box office, this thing was going to be nominated for everything you could think of, Emmys, Oscars, whatever, and it was going to be really touted by Hollywood because this movie is such a DEI fest, and it's like this epic movie, and obviously Christopher Nolan attached to it. So it just kind of makes me wonder. You know, like we used to have the old, you know, go woke, go broke. I don't know if that's true anymore, because have people just become so used to some of this stuff that a transgender actor now is in there and they don't care about it. You know, you're getting Travis Scott doing his little rap at the beginning, rap or whatever.
Wait,
rhymes.
what?
Oh, you didn't hear about that? Travis Scott is so from what I've heard, the movie opens up with this dude like telling the tale of Odysseus, the sacking of Troy and everything. And it's the rapper Travis Scott, which I don't really know too much about, but he's sitting. I've seen a clip of him doing this kind of rhythmic, not necessarily rap, but like this rhythmic kind of poem as they're telling the story or setting the story up, from what I've heard. And it's, you know, it's just stuff like that, right? It's just things that they're bringing into the movie, and it just was like, okay, like I just don't see this thing actually doing well, but it is against all odds, and it makes me really wonder two things. I'm fearful that the woke stuff might be just people are just kind of tired of everything, right? In 2024, people were tired of the woke. Trump got back into office. It looked like there was this giant pushback against everything. And now I feel like a year and a half later, people are just sick and tired of everything. And they're just like, you know what, fuck, I got other things to deal with. I'm going to go see a movie. I'm not going to go see it. And here we go. The very first successful movie with all these big boxes checked is number one at the box office, 264 million worldwide. Is this going to pave the way now for more of these movies, more DEI box checking coming back, when I thought that we kind of had it beat there for a little bit?
Mm-hmm. I think it's the pendulum swing, you know, because there was a pendulum swing back. And I think there's a pendulum swing going back the other way, where they're seeing how far can we go then, you know, after everybody was like, no, wait a minute, you're not allowed to have men beating the shit out of women in women's sports, you know, and the pendulum is swinging back, and they're like, okay, let's see how far we can get then with this stuff. That's kind of the way I look at it. Like, this is a lot of these big budget Hollywood movies that are coming out these days are like, they're pushing that boundary again to see, like, okay, so now that the pendulum's swinging back, what can we get away with?
Yeah, I think you're right on that. So it's gonna be interesting where this goes from here, especially if this gets really. I mean, even conservative people like Ben Shapiro is calling this movie really great. You know, and that just tells you, like, the movie probably is well, it's probably shot well.
No, hold on a second. Ben Shapiro, and I love, like, Matt Walsh, for instance. Love Matt Walsh. Ben Shapiro, yeah. Matt Walsh, they have some of the literal worst takes on art that you've ever heard come out of the mouths of people ever. I have to be honest. Like, my dad said the same thing. He's like, oh, Ben Shapiro said it was good. And I had to stop myself from being like, well, Ben Shapiro's a retard when it comes to art. You know, like, I wanted to say, I was like, that's not going to help the conversation at all. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think some of those guys, they don't. I would just say their opinions are probably not as relevant as other people's, I guess. Sorry, I'm being negative, but
no, that's what we want to hear opinions here. That's what we do. Oz is in the house, is seeing the scene of the chick pretending to be a dude playing another dude, running like a toddler with a shit-filled diaper is enough for me to not waste my coin. Yes, sir.
Isn't
we also
quality, though? Like, come on. Like, you're seeing a dude stab a broad on the big screen. I love it. More.
Well, that's true. Yeah. K. Ojo's in the house. Is greetings from Raleigh, North Carolina. I start this all the time with K. Ojo. It's wherever you guys are watching from, let me know. Throw it into your chat. City, state, you know, whatever. Don't dox yourselves, because I'm interested, country, where you guys are watching from, as a part of the Ronin Joe show here on Sundays. James says Rise of Skywalker, Fallen Kingdom, and Suicide Squad had bigger opening weekend box offices. This is a renowned story, and it's doing worse than Suicide Squad. That is a bit sad, to be honest with you.
Oh, really?
Really? Suicide Squad had over $260 million in opening weekend? Wow,
the first Suicide Squad or the second one? That's what I want to know.
Oh, man, I don't know. But again, I guess that you were still in the midst of the excitement around those movies, though, in that era, where a lot of things were coming out and just doing well because people, it was a trend now. If you look at what I think is impressive about this is, with all the negativity and the pushback, and rightfully so, and the economy doing the way it is, this movie is still doing the numbers it's doing. I think it's like 159 worldwide, or not worldwide, domestically, or 100 or something like that domestically, and then worldwide it's the 264. So I don't know. To me it's a lot more impressive than I thought it was going to be. Don't put it past them to lie to push a narrative, and with today's prices, just a few percentage points can really move the needle. That's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, they definitely probably could. Matt Walsh has potential, but is weak in my opinion. I liked his "What's a Woman" documentary. Yes. I mean, that's pretty much. There's a lot of stuff that Matt Walsh says I don't agree with either. Same thing with Ben Shapiro. There's a lot of things that he talks about that I don't agree with. They could have paid Ben Shapiro to say that. I know, maybe, who knows. Okay, domestic 2016 Suicide Squad was 133.6 million versus the Odyssey 124.5. Okay, I thought it was 150 something that the Odyssey did. All right, well, we'll just take that as that. Well, who knows? To me though, it's still impressive that it's doing what it's doing. And I'm going to show you why it's impressive, because there are some scenes, like the one I'm going to show you here, where I'm just like, how is this appealing? Okay. Now this is Elliot Page.
No.
Formerly Ellen Page, who was when she was actually, fully female, fairly cute girl.
Well,
back in the day.
Technically speaking, she's still fully female.
Well, yeah, technically. Before she had done all this, right?
Right.
And so I've heard that she's only, like, people in the comments have said it too, only in this movie for like 5 minutes is what they're reporting. Now, that's shocking to me, because the way that they advertise this character and this actor being in this movie, you thought that this was a major role in the movie. I mean, the way that they were pushing this actress, I'm going to say actress, and she's only in it for 5 minutes. And this right here is the quality we get. And I got to just play this for you guys, because I've seen a couple of these clips, and I'm just like, I can't take this. This would take me out of the movie when I go to see it, or when I watch it on streaming sometime when I'm bored. Here we go.
The dead meet to lament the living and greet the newly dead. My father was the first shade to find me.
To comfort you.
Shades don't comfort. They want word of the living who wronged them. My father had died in poverty, alone, begging for scraps from people like Antinous.
Antinous cheated you?
As he's no doubt cheating you.
I can't take it serious, guys.
Yeah.
There's something off about that. I cannot take it serious. And there's another scene too, if I can find it, of her talking to Odysseus, and that just the acting, how she's trying to act like a man. It's off-putting, because the voice doesn't look like a man. The voice doesn't add up. And I'm just like, this is not going to work. I don't care what anyone says. You can push the transgender actors into the movies more and more. This being one of the biggest significant ones I think that they've done to this point. But I just don't see it. I do not see this adding up to where this is going to be legit. This is going to be Ellen.
Ellen and Boy.
David Williams is in the house. What's going on, my friend? Says Ellen and Boy. No, I just, man, I don't know. What did they do to her nose? I have no idea what she did in general.
Crazy. I think she could play Wolverine.
Good God! Don't give him. Don't give him ideas.
Marvel heard that. She's cast.
Right?
Oh no. Yeah, that's a woman's voice. I agree. Sleeping. 5 minutes and an hour. Who cares? The box office is still checked. No, yeah, I agree. But it's weird, because they were really pushing Elliot Page as like this big thing, and they're leaking all of her scenes. I mean, that's in. Just for such a small role, it just shows you kind of what their point with all this movie really was. It was to advertise and to promote the diversity that's in the movie, and I guess the black chick that plays Helen of Troy is only in it for like 5 or 6 minutes or something like that, and I think Zendaya is in it for just the same amount, but they're just dropping in all these characters. You're doing all these race swaps. Because we all know the Greek mythology, there's not a lot of black people at that period of the world, at that period of time, Climate change or something else. Best soldier ever sounds like a dude with cock.
Say it. Say it, Joe.
No, that's not supposed to be Achilles. So Elliot Page plays just like someone in the ranks of Odysseus's army that gets killed pretty early on in the movie and then comes back with this warning later on in the movie from the dead or whatever. But there was a rumor going around that she was going to be the ghost of Achilles, and that's not the case. Ellen Page probably going to get a supporting. No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's why I was saying, like, Hollywood will not let this movie fail. I guarantee you. Elliot Page is going to win an award for this. The chick that plays Helen of Troy is going to get an award. Travis Scott is probably going to get some kind of award. Have they? I don't think so.
Because I feel like Elliot Page has been around long enough where they would have felt compelled to give her an award already just for her being a trans. You know what I mean?
Oh, facts.
Dude, this shit.
Absolute facts.
I'm sorry. That's why I laughed while you were talking, and I laughed really hard.
David,
I saw that comment.
David Williams says I know some guys who would still tap that man China. That's disgusting. We got Skullgrin in the house says, I saw the Odyssey on Friday and I'm very mixed about the whole thing. It's a beautiful film, but you really get the impression that the movie itself feels so misguided. That's kind of what I'm hearing, I'm feeling, because with an actor or with a director like Nolan, it's gonna be a well shot, good, set pieces, well filmed movie. It's going to be like, there's just no way that can be trash. It's just the story that they're going with. Everything else that they're pushing into this is just insane to me. We got Slop Zombie in the house is Hollywood magic. She's supposed to be Sinan, a character from the, I can't pronounce these words. Thank you. The Roman ripoff of the Odyssey. Oh, okay. Well, she was definitely shoehorned in there. So there was that scene that kind of just took me out of it. And let me see if I can find this other scene too.
Can I say something about that scene
Absolutely.
too? Like the whole and there was a comment about this. People were talking about it, about how Christopher Nolan was like, we wanted to give them all American accents to make the modern audiences, like, I don't know, connect with it better or something.
Yeah.
I gotta be real. Like, and this is actually like a weird, like a topic we could delve into. Like, we don't have to. I'm just saying, like, it's something that is a subject that I'm interested in. Why is it that, like, I instantly go, no, like, don't do that. Like, give them British accents. Why is like, you know what I mean? Like, why is the British accent the acceptable accent for like a classical piece, whereas you can't do it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why can't we do American accents? I'm not. That's how I feel though, in my heart. Like, if I hear somebody speaking in a British accent, I'm like, okay, yeah. And if I hear them speaking in an American accent, I'm like, nah, this is cringe.
I think when it comes to the whole accent thing, I'm not as big of, it's not big of a deal to me when it comes to movies. I mean, because specifically, if you're making a movie for an American audience, I could really care less if it's, the right accents. Is it cool if they are? Sure. But sometimes you get actors that can't pull off the accents and then they get shit on for the bad accents and stuff. So I think there's always something that's going to be an issue when it comes to the accents of filmmaking. I like to go back to the old movies, right? Where you go like 10 Commandments and everybody's speaking great English. And I'm just like, that's the way it should be. Shout out America. Let's go. Skullgrin says, "I'm
great movie.
That is a very good movie. I'm so amused that people are so bent out of shape by someone or some of the elements of this film. It's not necessarily that I'm bent out of shape about it. It's that there are certain things that we don't need promoted in the movies. We don't, and it just feels like the old DEI box checking thing." That's going on with this movie, and I don't like it. It's very politically driven. It's, again, you're not, in my opinion, finding the best people for the role. You're writing roles for certain actors. Nolan does this all the time. He constantly is bringing in actors he's worked with, putting them in his movies, whether they're big parts or small parts. So that's not necessarily that big of a surprise for me. But when you go out of your way to cast like Helen of Troy as a black woman, that just doesn't make sense. The only way you do that is to check that box and to get the notoriety that that's what you're doing. And the only reason why you bring in Elliot Page is because she's trans, and you're checking that box and you're getting that pat on the back. Like, these are the reasons. That's the thing that bends me out of shape. Not necessarily that the fact that that they're in the movie. It's that they're chosen specifically for those reasons, you know?
Well, and that's the only reason they're in the movie. You know, people would argue with you. They'd be like, well, they're maybe the best casting for the role. It's like, no, they weren't. Come on now.
All right, I got a question. I've never read the book. I was in special ed most of my life.
Wow. Okay. That's how you do it.
We read was like Boy Cross the Street. Like we watched the NBC movie with that European guy with the thyroid disease with the big eyes. Was the cave troll or whatever? Was he supposed to be portrayed like Forrest Gump? Because that's what I heard. Like
he's the Cyclops.
Yeah, because if you guys watch, check out the Flickinger, John Flickinger, whatever, movie room guy, funny dude. He's like it's Forrest Gump. Like it's endearing, but it's like.
I'll have to check that out when I actually see the movie at some point. I'll be like, all right, is this a Forrest Gump Cyclops? Maybe, you know.
Y'all look like a little box of chocolates.
I don't know what love is. I got one eye.
Slop Zombie says, I'm sick of boring movies. I want some fun movies like Dirty Work or Airheads. Classic flicks. 90s there.
Great flicks.
The biggest problem with the film, I thought, was the idea of the modernization of some of the parts of the script. Just not. That just didn't work. I've heard some of that stuff as well. Oh, I got it. Okay, I think this is our first member in the chat. It took long enough. Usually you guys are in here right off the bat, but the first members I see in the chat always get this.
What are you doing up there? Oh my God! I'm sorry! I can't stop coming! I'm sorry! Oh, it feels so good!
You know, it feels so good to have the members in the chat tonight.
The common thread in all of my failed schemes is human stupidity. People are just too stupid to accept me as their leader.
That's true. Always and everything. Shout out, Rick. Good to see you, brother. David Williams says Brad Pitt should be the lead in the film of Musa.
You're like Katie did. You're that bad with pronouncing things.
I'm
Mansa Musa.
We're right there. You know what I'm saying? We're right there. Mansa. Oh well, I'm dyslexic too. I said mess.
I don't know what he's talking. I don't know the reference, so maybe I'm mispronouncing it. But
yeah, I'm dyslexic too.
No, Menza.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. The idea that this is to make a film set in ancient Greece, then you have to have a little bit more confidence in the story and not modernize it. 100%. Like that should have been that was one of my big complaints as well. We got Chris in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see. Right now, it really seems like the Odyssey has become this hot button issue of the day, and we forgot that this is not the only adaptation of the Odyssey that we have. Most things are hot button when it comes to this stuff. We just live in such a political climate; everything's so divided. But I said it earlier: the adaptation in the '90s that they did, that was that mini series or the whatever you want to say. I thought it was great. I thought that was great. What's that dude's name?
The guy with the thyroid disease with the big eyes, the European dude.
It's like, yeah, he was in he was the villain in Judge Dredd, Sylvester Stallone's Judge Dredd. It's like a Marne Asante or something like that.
Didn't Jim Henson's studio make that? It seems like it was like a Jim Henson movie.
I can't remember, but it was good. I thought it was really, really awesome. The face of smoked 1,000 spliffs. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. They can't win any fake awards if they don't check the boxes.
Armand Asante.
Thank you. It was something like that. Armand Asante. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Imagine James Cameron filming Titanic today. Where would the cast go?
There's room for both of us.
That's a good one.
Our London house says Travis Scott's Astro World to the blockbuster movies. Kayla's in the house. Our girl, we were just talking about you just a little bit late. All good things.
All good.
Kayla, you should have heard what they were saying about you. It was horrible.
All amazing things.
Oh my God.
No, we love Kayla around here. Yeah. Thank you for dropping that, guys. I can never remember the dude's name, but he was always. I enjoyed his work. All right, we got to change up the We gotta change up the.
You see that, Kayla? The moment that you come on the stream, he's like, "Oh, we gotta move on to something else. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. About the shit we were talking about, Kayla, earlier."
No, we're just gonna change the direction. Like I feel like we talked about this subject. I think it's very well covered. No, we need to go away from the chicks with dicks. We need to go into a segment I like to call appreciating, or everyone loves boobs part 6.
Let's go.
You know, and so we're gonna give you our dose of.
Hey guys,
Sweeney.
I just got off set and I am.
I don't really need to hear you talk. Just do what you gotta do. You know, just do what you gotta. That's what you're here for. Our girl right there. Everyone loves boobs part 6. I had to cleanse the palate from the Odyssey for a second, and we'll dive into our girl Sydney Sweeney's lingerie line or whatever it is she's doing here. I don't know. I don't really care. It's this is entertainment.
You haven't bought her. You haven't bought her farts in a can yet?
No, but I'm going to now.
No? Oh,
now
okay.
that you brought it up, I don't even know what it is, but
Say,
sign it
bro,
up.
You're not living if you haven't sniffed some random woman's farts.
Oh, I'm getting it. I'm getting
That's
Sydney
what I
Sweeney's farts in a can. Let's go. You know, I'm buying a whole case right now. We'll get a case and I'll give it away. We'll give them away to the chat as well. Like that's what we're gonna do. Kayla said, "I've had a day." Well, we all know what that means.
I'm on one, motherfucker.
Rachel Brinkley's in the house. Good to see you, Rachel. Hope you're doing well. Boobies. Or just boobs. Boobs! That's right. That's what we do around here. Hey, you have to kick the Trojan horse enough.
I feel like you're cheating, though, here. I got to be honest with you. I got to be real.
Okay, tell me.
Well, I feel like everybody knows Sydney Sweeney's got a good personality. So, like, shouldn't you be... You know, I don't know, maybe diversifying a little bit. I feel, you know.
Like a brunette?
Yeah, I was going to say a brunette. Yeah.
Cool.
I was actually just fishing for a different video, but okay, I guess we're just going to do the one.
Well, I mean, this was just the one I found, you know. Like, you know, we haven't done this segment in a while, and it used to be just, I find some random boob videos on X. I'm like, okay, there we go. You know, there was this one video of a bunch of chicks in a bar all throwing their boobs on top of the bar as they're going down. You know, no nudity, but just bigger, giant boobs after giant boobs. And I think that was actually one of the first videos that inspired me to do the segment because I was like, guys, check this out. What do you think? But Sydney Sweeney, I saw this video just the other day on my X. I was like, yep, that's it. We got to talk about it. Everyone knows Sydney is our girl here on this channel, except for Kayla.
Mm-hmm.
Kayla's not impressed by Sydney Sweeney. And she's like... Kayla's like, she's mid. Her face is mid. I'm like, who the hell's looking at her face?
She's first of all, she's not mid.
Thank you, Patrick.
First of all, okay. That sounds like a jealous woman. I like you, Kayla, and I haven't talked the shit that everybody else has been talking about you while you were away.
nice recovery.
That's a lot.
Nice recovery. That was
yeah.
Should I kiss her first or just stick it in? Just stick it in. We don't need that romance, you know. Just go to Pound Town, you know. Ease it in like a gentleman. Drew G's in the house says, "Good Lord, good time to show up." Sydney Sweeney's noise. Shout out, my friend. Yeah. It's like, does she have a face? I don't know. I couldn't pick her up out of a lineup, you know, unless you're looking at her boobs. I'd be like, oh yeah, it's Sydney Sweeney right there. No, kick Patrick. Sydney is great. Damn. Well, no. Patrick said Sydney.
I don't think he
wasn't.
Negative.
Yeah, he said it was Kayla that said she's
positive.
Mid.
Right.
Yeah. Patrick's very positive on this segment for sure. Go to Twin Peaks.
I've been there, and our waitress, I didn't. Oh my god, she was pregnant.
Wait, who was?
I still got a little aroused. I was like, damn.
Wait. What?
Yeah. When I went to Chicago a couple years ago, they took me to Twin Peaks.
Oh, in Chicago. Yeah. There was a pregnant waitress.
Yeah, I'm like, man, this chick's a little fat. And then they're like, I'm like, oh, even hotter. I'm like, I'll let you to comment.
Yeah, I went to that restaurant when I was in Chicago back in 2022 as well. I was just like, oh shit, I didn't expect what I was walking into.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm like
chicks walking around in lingerie serving you food. I was like, oh, wow, look at that. Oh, wow, shit.
Lingerie, that's how it was in your town?
In Chicago.
In Missouri, it was not like that. In Missouri,
really?
It was pretty much Hooters, you know, with the kind of short midriff shirt. plus
dude, this was straight up lingerie, like thongs and fucking lace and all this stuff. I had no idea what I was walking into because they didn't say anything about it. And so I walked in there and I was like, oh, wow. Like, it's that kind of night. Let's go.
I thought this for the TV show. And I'm like, this is weird. I've never watched the show, but I'm about to.
She's mid in the face. No, she's not
Kayla.
mid in the face.
Kayla, what?
I'm sorry. She's like an 8 or a 9 in the face.
This
down.
is a conversation. This is an argument we've had with Kayla for forever, and nobody's going to change your mind, and that's fine. You can have your opinion. That's also why we say that she's not the best judge of hotness when it comes to women. Because like obviously, I'm just staring at her tits for the most part, but her face, she's got a pretty face. I don't know why everyone says she's got a mid face. I'm like, that's a pretty face. Yeah, she has a face. She's it's there. KK is 7.9. She's not Jessica Alba.
Well, not many women are.
Jessica Alba's beautiful, obviously beautiful face, but something that Sydney Sweeney has that Jessica Alba doesn't have. Those are titties. All right, you can't underestimate giant knockers.
I thought you were gonna say a great mind. I thought you were gonna say.
Oh yeah. She's great personality and stuff too. Absolutely. Sleeping says, "You didn't know Patrick likes Ben."
God damn it.
Damn. No, her face is totally brown. Wow, brown bagger, but Patrick prefers hammerhead sharks. So.
What the
Damn.
Damn.
Hey, bro, I recognize personality when I see it, okay? You're
right.
complaining. I think those guys on this channel would agree with me right now about the person you're talking about.
There you go. Rachel Brinkley says, a Sydney for Power Girl. That would be a great casting. Yeah, absolutely. We got to get those boobs to work. Let's go. Hands above, no. Not right now. My hands are clearly, one of them, in my pants, fondling myself as we're talking. It's not gay because I'm looking at a chick. It doesn't matter that I'm a panel full of guys and it's mostly guys in the chat. Just you mind what you're doing and you don't worry about what I'm doing, okay? If you hear a subtle, that's nothing. All right, someone's trying to get into the studio. That's all that is.
Hitting the bottom of your fucking.
If it starts to go faster, they really want to get in. I'm just like, no, you can't come in. Okay.
Yeah, don't king shame me.
If you like Sydney Sweeney's sports bra, Fabletex has an amazing dope for it. There's amazing dope for it. I don't know. But yeah, go get that. Don't be embarrassed, Sean. Pregnant chicks can still be lovely.
Oh, I wasn't knocking her.
You'd like to be knocking her, though. I feel like from what you've said.
There was a time. I'm not very proud of it, but there was a time back in the day when still very much into the band life. I had a run-in with a pregnant woman at a party, and it went pretty much the exact way you think it would go.
Nice.
And that was very
I don't know what way you'd think I would think it would go.
Just use your imagination, Patrick.
No, you were my fucking hero. Did the kid come out looking like Sloth? Like,
From what I was told, you can't get pregnant when you're already pregnant. So it was like a free pass to just let it go.
That's not a bad idea.
So there was that. Twin Peaks in Michigan too. Is there really?
Really? Where at?
Nice. I didn't know. So hot, want to touch the hiney. Wait, I finally agree with Patrick. Definitely an 8 or 9 in the face. Well, there you go. See, I'm getting some love for Sydney Sweeney's face. I appreciate that, you guys. YSA's in the house said, here's the classy show I was looking for. We haven't done the Everybody Loves Boobs segment in a little while. I thought, let's bring it back for a second. I only want to do it when there's something to actually look at. Sydney Sweeney is always definitely good to look at. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that.
Still, the best thing she's ever offered, though, to all of us here on the internet who will never actually get to see those in real life, the best thing she ever offered is that image of her where that girl's like, but what that chick says? She's like, but you feel bad about the things that you've said or posted online, right? And just that picture of Sydney Sweeney where she's just like, she's just looking at her with pure disdain. That's like the best image ever. Like, her body and her attractiveness aside, that image is so perfect where she's just like, looking at her like, I fucking despise you. Like,
I love
so
Sydney Sweeney.
funny.
I don't even care if she can't act. I don't care. Cast her in every
do
movie.
women have to be able to act? Is that
No,
a thing now?
if you're hot and you got the fun bags and a nice ass, you're fine. You're set. I'll cast you in any movie that you want to be in. It's over. Fun bags are real. I don't deal with no fakies. She says they're real. Now I don't know. I haven't been there. I've been able to
They're
examine
real.
them myself, but
they look pretty real.
they do look real. There's a certain look that fake boobs have.
Yeah.
You know, and hers look like they're just big natural boobs. And I'm there for it. You know, women with big natural boobs, we're good. You know, keep that going. You know, God bless you. Kayla says, I can't take guys' opinions serious when I see you all complimenting photoshopped and filtered chicks online. What do you mean
wear
you
makeup.
all? Wow. Okay, you go. Tell her.
Put colors on your face to distort your face so we can get fucking hard-ons.
Well, I don't know if I was going to go there, but, you know, yeah.
Well, he's not wrong. I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, you women cannot talk
right.
to us men about fakeness.
That is a great point. Yeah.
Come on.
Filters, all that kind of stuff. You know what? Photoshop, that kind of, it's just a way of life, whatever. You know, I'm not meeting a lot of these chicks in real life, so what does it matter? The chicks I see in real life, you know, I'm married now, so I don't really see a lot of chicks anymore because my wife is all I want and all I need. Is she listening? I think she's listening. Okay. But real life women, that's all I care about. We just see magazines and stuff. I don't care if they're touched up with Photoshop, you know, whatever. It's what it is, you know. Joe is right. It is a free pass to, you know, see? See, Skeleton knows what's going on. That's actually a myth. There's been cases of women getting pregnant with twins by
Press
two
X
different
to
men.
doubt. X to doubt in the chat, folks.
Damn. Okay. Well, apparently I'm fine. I mean, that was like 20 years ago. So, as far as I know, nobody's contacted me from that time. That was time.
Right behind you, Joe.
I hope somebody comes to the house like 2 weeks, like, Daddy?
Yeah.
Anna's going to kick your ass. It's going to be awesome.
Yes, you can see your titties on Euphoria. That is true.
Really?
Yeah. But here's the thing, Kayla. Yeah, we can see your titties on that show, but sometimes it's nice to not. I'll just look at them all the time. All right, whatever. You know, you can't fool me again. You know what I'm saying? We were teased in Madam Web, where her being Spider-Girl, horrible movie, but a hot costume. Sean, you watched that, didn't you?
Yeah.
I never watched that.
Was it? What was it, Sean?
It was the black suit spider.
No, I mean, like, when I say what was it, I mean, like, is it worth watching? Like, is it?
There you
that
go.
scene? Well, just
the entire movie.
Oh no.
No. Even like, are there hot? I mean, it's because it seems like there's a lot of hot babes cast in it, so it's
Definitely some eye candy.
Yeah, but it's not that worth it.
Oh,
like the
that
scene where
means
she's
a
in
really,
the,
really bad movie.
Oh, it's a horrible movie. Like, have you ever seen Morbius?
I know. I've avoided. I
Go
saw
see
Craven.
Morbius before
I
you
saw
see that.
Craven. Did you see Craven?
All right, if that movie wasn't Craven, it would have been good.
Oh, really? You think so?
If it wasn't Craven. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, let's work on the word good. Entertaining, you know, like movie to like in the background, like it's Sunday, raining, you know. Yeah, but Craven sucked, but if it wasn't Craven, it'd be entertaining.
What character would it have to be for that movie to be entertaining for you?
You mean like an actually good movie?
Well, I mean,
character.
Yeah, like the character, I mean. Because that movie was, I don't know, not good.
Well, I saw it for free, so like
I did too.
So I'm like, oh, it's better than what it could have been. So maybe my standards are low because I bootleg a bunch of shit, so I'm not spending my money.
Mm-hmm.
So you know,
huh?
Why are you listening to me for?
I want your opinion. No one else has seen Craven that I've ever spoken to. No one has seen it. Like,
I haven't seen
nobody.
it either. I thought about it, but I was just like,
Nobody has ever taken
that
that risk. Everybody looks at it and they go, "This is going to be a giant waste of my time. It's going to be a horrible fucking movie," and they don't take the risk. And I took the risk one time with my friend because I was like, "Hey, brother, we're going to watch like a really bad movie."
Yeah,
like, just so you know.
Yeah, like it's better than Snake Eyes. That's for sure.
Okay, all right.
Rachel Brinkley says Joe is using a filter to make himself look better. Now this is wait guys, look at.
Yeah, guys, you didn't see.
This is all natural, baby. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. All natural. Like that's just I can't mess that up. That's the moneymaker.
He was late to the show because he was using the glow up filter to make himself look cleaner. We all know.
Okay, I don't know if I can pronounce this. Kayla wasn't lying. It's called
heteropaternal whoa.
Yeah, see? Right?
Superfecundation. Twins
The
emphasis can only be on one word. So heteropaternal superfecundation.
Oh, there you go. That sounds good. I'll take that. That sounds legit.
I think.
But wait, she was already knocked up, right? The baby was already formed.
Oh, she was like 8 months pregnant.
No.
Oh my god.
That is awesome.
You dog. You absolute dog.
Fucking awesome. You were a legend.
Wow.
Good for you.
Yeah. Well, it's funny what happened the next. I don't want to tell that story.
No.
No. Yeah.
Fuck that.
No, something happened the next night too. Same woman, same chick. Good times. Scribe Comics is in the house. Says, "What up, homies? What's going on, man? You know what I just noticed? Zach's not here.
Yeah.
Zach's like, you drop the link. I'll be there. Fired, Zach. Fired.
Yeah, he's fired.
Them Sony movies need Spider-Man. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to see it either. Yeah, I don't think most people did. I watched Craven because the actor's hot. See, now there you go. Now there's a chick thing to say. We lost Patrick for a second. That's a chick thing to say. Like, yo, at least you're admitting it, Kayla. You see, that's the same thing with dudes, right? That's the same thing we do. We're gonna watch a movie because the chick's hot and maybe she's getting naked. Yeah. So you can't complain about us with statements like that, Sean.
She's sexist.
That's what I'm saying. Very sexist. I don't like it.
And I'm offended as a man.
You got something smudged on your forearm? That sounds like a biohazard for a Bonnie Blue type situation. Gross. Kick-Ass was Craven and Quicksilver. Yeah. I like the actor. No, I actually do. I like the actor. The idea of the Craven movie, I don't know. It looked fine, but I can't get into those Sony movies that are these villain-driven movies without Spider-Man. It just
yeah. Again, it was free. Like bootleg.
I can't even believe you said that, Kayla. I can't even read that. Read that.
Do you want me to read as her?
Yeah, read it as Kayla.
Joe, you banged a woman that was 8 months pregnant. Did the baby grab your junk?
Oh my god.
That was a little too far, Kayla.
Yeah, see, that's when we were talking earlier in the show about the humor. That's what we're talking about. She misses the normal humor that we have, but then her humor is
vulgar.
Yeah, but I mean, like in her defense, you didn't answer the question.
I can't answer that. I mean, no. Like, how am I supposed to answer that question? Well, no. No. A trucker, a mage, and an AI. Let's roll, said Arturus. I'm just going to say Arturus. Good to see you, man. Wanted to remake Kick-Ass. They don't need to remake it. Just make another one. That's very mass. Thank you, thank you, Scribe. Yeah. That's very, very. No more Spider-Man talk. I called Sean having a nervous breakdown over Spider-Man books today.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of Spider-Man talk, I guess.
She's prepping for the convention, and she's got all these different Spider-Man titles.
Oh, so she doesn't want to do Spider-Man talk.
Yeah. She's been in the battleground per se.
So she doesn't want us to cover any kind of Spider-Man topics?
He's like, I'm done with Spider-Man. And I'm like, who could be done with Spider-Man? He's the greatest superhero. Yo, Wolverine.
What? Kayla, you think Wolverine's cooler than Spider-Man?
Well, she's from Massachusetts.
She is from Massachusetts.
Well, she's, and she's a woman, so her opinion is...
That's right. Say it.
Yeah. Well, invalid, I think, is the word I was looking for.
Right, yeah.
So...
Yeah. There's no valid answer for that question. That's right. There's no... I can't. But, all right. Speaking of Spider-Man, so there's this new clip that I saw going around featuring some Jean Grey and some...
Grey Hulk?
Savage Hulk. It's not the Grey Hulk. I think if they're going to have the Grey Hulk, which that's the rumor, I think it's going to be
Grey, bro. You watch.
It's going to be later. They're not going to reveal it in the trailers.
No, not in the trailers. Yeah.
So this was a clip that has been going around as a heavily advertising. This is coming out, I think, next week or this weekend, right? This upcoming weekend, or is it next weekend?
First 2 weeks.
2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's check this out.
Only Hulk.
I'm sorry, you're intention. What? I promised you that I would keep you safe. Please, you just have to trust me. Come on. Fine.
You're the only one who can sense it.
Hey, can we do this one at a time, please?
You're the only one who can defeat it.
The Spidey Tracker app says that Spider-Man is in the direct vicinity. Oh, yeah? No way, that's crazy.
What do you think, Patrick? What are you thinking about this movie?
I can't. Like, I literally like all of those original movies. I was allowing in my brain, Ned and that version of MJ to be there. I was just like, okay, well, they have to be in the movie because this is the way the movie's being told, and this is the story that's being told. I can't stand those characters. Get them the fuck out of here. Like, I thought at the end of the last one that we're done now, right? Nobody knows his identity. We can restart. Like, we can start a clean slate. Tom Holland's not a bad Spider-Man. I like him.
Yeah, I like him as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think he's okay. He's not my favorite. I think Andrew Garfield's the best Spider-Man, personally.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you guys are on the same page there.
But he does a decent enough job. Okay, fine. But the fact that they're like, oh yeah, it's all a complete reboot. Also, we're bringing back the two most hated characters of all time, which I guess aren't the most. I guess I've talked to a lot of people. A lot of people like them. A lot of people like those characters. I can't stand them. I fucking can't stand them. I wish they would die. I want, like, what happened to Marissa Tomei at the end of the last one. Yeah. I want to happen to those characters.
Wow.
Like, stop living, please. Stop existing. Can you just give me, like, if you told me that Sadie Sinks was MJ, like Mary Jane, the actual Mary Jane,
yes,
I would be over the moon. I would be over the moon.
That makes sense. She's a redhead, but no,
yeah,
she's gonna be a different redhead.
That's the thing that's like making me not excited for this movie is those characters. And every time that they release a new trailer, they're moving more and more into, like he's going to go talk to these characters and they're full on characters in this movie. Like, and that bothers me to no end. Like, I can't stand Ned first. The Ned is like, oh my God. He makes me like go back to that time I tried to kill myself in 2012 and be like, I should have done it. I should have done it.
That was dark
back then.
Yeah, that was a dark turn.
Could I? Is that allowed to make jokes about things that dark on this show?
You can make jokes whatever you want. I mean, Kayla made a joke about weird baby stuff. So yeah, go for it.
Legitimately, I can't stand those two actresses, or the actress and actor. I can't stand them. I wish they would stop being in Marvel movies. I don't want. Like, Zendaya is the most.
Oh, she's overplayed.
Golly fuck.
But it's because Tom Holland is her thing, so of course she's going to be part of the Spider-Man movies.
Which is stupid. This is a piece of art. Like, separate your social life from your piece of art, please. Can you not do that? Oh my God. I love Spider-Man. Okay, Spider-Man is second only to the Fantastic Four for me. So like, I'm very, what you would call it, whatever, protective or whatever.
Why haven't you been on the show earlier?
Sean's like, this is my Eskimo
Do you
brother
like
right
Fantastic Four too, Sean?
I love the FF.
Dude.
Oh, dude.
I've seen you around on X for forever. You know what I mean? For like at least 4 years. And we never talked about any of this.
I'm hardly on X. I'm mostly on Instagram.
Okay. But I mean, like, I see you tagged and stuff, and I'm like, I know this guy is true blue, Comicsgate, like from the OG days. Like, I know he's that guy. You know what I mean? I'm surprised we never talked about this.
I stick to a bubble. I watch cartoons. Mm-hmm. I'm a man. And
for the best.
Yeah.
When you don't stick to the bubble, you end up getting kicked in the ass by the internet, which is not a thing. That, I'm sure you're probably the same way that I am about that the internet's fucking. Like, half of this shit is fucking stupid and fake. And, like, I'm on this show right now because Joe invited me on. And Joe, when I had him on, it was very obvious that he's just a real guy. You know what I mean? He's just a real, down-to-earth guy. And so, like, I'm very happy to be here tonight. and it's good to really talk to you as well, Sean. About
Oh, it's a
these
pleasure.
things.
Yeah. Look,
So thank you.
Normally, when we have a new guest on, I'm like, this is gonna suck. Like I might say something and offend them. So we're good.
There's nothing you're gonna say that's gonna offend me.
Oh, just wait.
So.
Kayla,
well, you got some abortion jokes lined up. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Kayla's, she says you better not be Jean Grey. Hell no. Where have you been? Have you not been paying it? She is Jean Grey. It's like, it confirms. Like that's the character she's going to be in this movie.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't know that. Very surprised.
Kayla says she likes the Fantastic Four too.
Oh.
Wow.
You and your Fantastic Four groupies.
Kayla, you're not single, are you? I'm just.
She is actually.
Yes.
Oh well, hey, there you go.
We actually. Yeah, and we actually have feet pics that we will sell you.
I don't. That's okay.
I'll give you her number later on if you want.
PayPal us.
Yeah.
PayPal us for Kayla's feet pics, and like if you send a big enough donation, you'll give you 3 of her digits.
Yeah.
And we'll whittle away at that, So we are not above making money off of Kayla.
Insulin ain't cheap.
At the show. Sean Martin's in the house, member of the channel, says Marissa Tomei's Aunt May died. I got to start watching these movies. Shout out, Sheldon.
Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Yes, it is. Good to see you here, brother. Good to see you.
Respect for all the Deadpool 3 clips, by the way.
Hell
Great
yeah.
movie. I'm glad that you enjoy it too.
Oh, I love the movie. It's one of my favorites. It's fantastic. Great fan service, Like, I saw that movie opening night in the theater. It was so packed that I had to sit away from all the group of people that we went with. And I sat next to this family that was incidentally, it's a funny story. I sat next to them and they had a daughter. I don't know how old. She was probably some in her teens or whatever. But she was sitting there in a sketchbook drawing. And I couldn't help but just be like, what you drawing?
Yeah.
And so she starts talking and showing me. I was like, I'm kind of an artist myself, So I pull out my phone. I'm starting flipping through stuff. And I look over and I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm to her dad. I'm like, oh, hey, my name is Joe. I'm an artist, blah, blah, blah. So they didn't think I was some kind of weird creep dude. Because it dawned on me after I was like, man, I don't know these people.
Wait a minute.
I don't know this chick. I'm talking, I just engage in the conversation. I had been drinking a little bit. I don't know if you guys have adult drinks in theaters down there or anywhere around where people are at, but in Michigan you can. And so I had been drinking, getting ready for this movie. And, I just felt very friendly to talk to people, But after a while, the parents loved me. They're like, oh, this guy's... I showed them Reaper Destroyer. I was like, yeah, this is my book. Check this out. Here's all these pictures. I'm a comic book guy. They're like, oh, you drew... It's like, yeah,
Nice.
man. Like, yeah.
That's sick, man. At first, they were like, this guy's a fucking creep. And then they're like, oh, this guy's super talented.
Right.
Wait a minute.
You should date my daughter.
That's exactly what it was. I was just like, all right, just hold your horses there. Like, I get it. Kayla says, Joe is a hater. How do you hate the Fantastic Four? I don't hate the Fantastic Four. I just don't like the Fantastic Four, okay? There's a difference, all right? I like the Thing. I like the Thing. I like the Human Torch.
Okay,
that's
he went.
about
He
it.
passes. Sean, how do you feel about that?
The Fantastic Four with an awesome Thing getting
Look at that.
Blastar. Like,
No, like I
fucking
said,
knocking
I like the
Blastar's
Thing.
fucking
Yeah.
face off right there.
Look how awesome that
Amazing.
is.
Who did that? Who did that?
Rob Liefeld.
Did Rob Liefeld did that?
Yeah,
That's original art right there.
Yeah,
Oh. What is that from?
Onslaught-
What issue is that from?
Onslaught Reborn issue 1.
That was an X-Men comic?
Yeah,
No.
well, they did the Onslaught
20th
sequel.
anniversary.
Was Onslaught like a full-on like full? I don't because that's a little early for me. Is Onslaught a full-on like Marvel event thing?
Yeah, that was.
I
in the-
remember what he did with X-Men, but
Yeah. Well, Onslaught was the precursor for Heroes Reborn back in the summer of '96.
Oh, jeez.
And then the 20th anniversary back in September 2006, he came back and did a 6-issue run with Jeff Loeb. No,
Really?
5
Yeah, it
issues.
was great. It was great.
Awesome shit.
but it was so you're saying like because it was Onslaught, obviously an X-Men villain, but like it was all of the Marvel characters involved in that, or like
yeah. Oh yeah, that was their Summerline crossover.
Yeah, it was a big old crossover.
I've never even heard about that, which is actually
give it a
kind of
shot.
shocking.
Oh wow, that was that was. Go back and check it out. That was a good.
No,
that
I
was a
have
good
to
time.
now. Yeah. Now I feel stupid because I feel like I know all of Marvel's publication history. And
Yeah,
now
that
I
was
feel
late
really dumb.
'90s.
Yeah.
Late '90s
Okay.
when that popped off. That was a great. I loved it. I thought it
96 was the year that Soundgarden said they were quitting.
Oh wow, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Very sad.
James says, "Don't get tired of Zendaya yet. We all know she will be the next Wonder Woman, Scarlet Witch, Jean Grey, etc. Doesn't need to make sense either. It's just a way to say the multiverse is an explanation." Yeah, probably it could be.
Ethan I was on Comicsgate Live, and Ethan was like trying to get me to like Zendaya. That's what I felt like, right? I felt like he was trying to get me to like Zendaya, and I was just like, no. Like, Zendaya's... I don't know what was going on there. Like, I was supposed to like her, but I don't want to like her because she's so... Like, she's just such a terrible actress. Like,
here's the thing about Zendaya. Every movie she's in, she has to have that resting bitch face. I've never seen her in a role where she was just played a very sweet girl next door kind of character, and I'd be interested to see if she can do that, because I have not seen
Sydney Sweeney can do that.
Sydney Sweeney can absolutely do that. Now, here's the other thing about Zendaya. She's got a pretty face. If she's done up and she's smiling, she's got a pretty face. She's a pretty woman. She just needs two giant knockers, right? If you got two giant knockers, these big ass milkers, I think she would be a lot more attractive and popular, and I would be fine with her being in movies. But right now, flat chested bitch face, nah, I'm out. Can't do it. Sorry. The movies are whatever. The comics are amazing. Oh, I see. You're talking about the Fantastic Four.
Yo, check out was it Corbin? The movie that never came out of Fantastic Four? Awesome.
Oh, yeah, the Roger Corman.
Yeah.
Very good.
I've seen... You can find that. I think that's on YouTube.
The best part of that movie is whenever Doom moves his hands, you know? It's like...
Yeah.
Like, it makes like a noise every time.
Classic con movie, you know?
It's so great.
All right, let me bring this down. Before we get going any farther, I got a couple other things to talk about. Patrick, let's show off some of the stuff that you are doing. And damn it, I forgot to take this banner down. Wait a minute,
Kayla just said I was intelligent. She says, Patrick seems intelligent. Okay. Give the book 7 to Eternity a read. It's not a Marvel title. It's an image generator book. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. 7 to Eternity.
She's pushing that book to everybody.
Look, you have a single female who said to me that she likes the Fantastic Four, and she also understands like comic book history. Like, I'm gonna listen to what Kayla she has to say. What else do you have to say, Kayla?
Kayla does. She knows her stuff. She's absolutely does know her stuff, and she's single. By the way, guys, PayPal, feet
ready
pics.
to mingle.
She's
got her summer bod ready to go. Like,
what does that even mean?
I don't know.
Summer bog.
We're pushing her.
The summer bod. Summer bod is what.
I think you said summer bog. I was like,
no.
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, you know, she is from Deutsche. Might mean something.
So what do you want first? What do you want? You know what? We'll start with the thing that I think a lot of people are really clamoring for first.
Yeah, whatever you got first. Share it. Let's bring it up. Let's talk about it. Let's
go. So, you know, River of Blood, ladies and gentlemen, by Peter Gilmore and myself. That is the comic book that everybody's been talking about, especially since I absolutely crushed Joe. And
had to go there. Had to go there
to win this award. To get the Ethan Van Sciver cover. This is in fact the Ethan Van Sciver cover. Good God, it's so beautiful.
That is awesome. Did Peter color this?
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
yes.
okay. It looked like it. Yeah, it looks like his colors.
Yeah. Let me show really quick. I'm gonna delete these so that they're not in the way. I do want to show really quick, like how this all came to fruition. So first, Ethan sends me this fucking nobody. He goes, "Hey, I need you to give me a layout or whatever for the cover." And I'm like, "You're gonna make me? Like, you want me to do a layout?" So like he sent me that, and I spent like a week not answering him and being like, "What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?" And I came up with this idea where it's essentially it's kind of like an homage to the original Spider-Man Sam Raimi film cover. You know, where it's like the reflection in the eye kind of thing. So I sent this to Ethan, and here's the black and whites, the inks there.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Just spectacular. You know what I mean? And people have been asking me, they're like, you should do both the inks and the colors. And I think that's probably what I'll do. It is difficult printing multiple books. Joe, you're probably experiencing this right now.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk more about it off stream too. I got some advice I could probably give you on that.
Yeah.
Real quick though, I just want to say shout out to Cynics in the house. He said, "Damn it, I wish I'd known you were streaming. I'd redirected to you. I stream every Sunday at 10:30. So if you ever want to do that, Cynic, I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. Shout out to Cynic. I was on the CG Church last Sunday, and they raised over $500 on Reap Destroyer 2 on that stream. So just like I always gotta give, I'll always remember that. It was a great show.
Yeah.
And, shout out to you. So all right, man. Back to
no, it's good to have people out there promoting.
Hell yeah,
good thing. So thank you, Cynic, for promoting. I appreciate that. But yeah, we got the black and whites here. You can get, this is obviously, so Peter does, when he gets art like this, when he gets this kind of stuff, he'll do
awesome,
grayscales, and then he'll do, so I have a grayscale edition of this, although I feel like the Van Sciver black and whites are probably something, you know, like people want to see. People want to see this, and they want to see the colored version.
Yeah,
you know
I was going to say, grayscale is fine and all, but I personally, I like just a straight black and white variant cover of the line work, unmolested by the colors, as I like to say it, because you just get to see the rawness, the detail. And this cover came out great, man. To do a close-up face shot like this is not easy. Like people think because it's just less to draw. No, I mean you're drawing an 11 by 17 paper, 11 by 17 inch paper, or board or whatever you want to call it. Doing a giant face. Think about that, how big that is, and to put that kind of detail and scale on it and everything is not that easy. And this came out rocking, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. And he and it's just this beautiful thing too, where like if we can I do that? Yeah, we can. Where we zoom in, you've got the fisheye lens going on in his eye.
Oh man, look at that
character here! Like it's warped. You see that? Like it's so sick.
Well, he does a great job with that with the Cyberfrog shoulder pads as well, where he's always putting the warped, reflections in there.
But speaking
thank
of,
you, Cynic. Appreciate you, brother.
Look at this.
That is beautiful.
I am zooming in. What is this? 100 and way more than 200%.
I love it. Love it, man.
Just to view these tiny little details that he added in that make this just look absolutely spectacular.
See, now that's the thing that Sean and I would geek out about is we would just like look at the tiny little like the image is fine, but like we would go in and be like, look at all these tiny little lines of detail right here. Like this is amazing.
That gradation on the top right, that is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it's so good. I love it.
Look at this.
Love it.
It's spectacular. How does he draw this small? That's the thing. You know what I mean?
He's a talented.
And I know it's a big page. It's much bigger than like the physical copy of the comic book you have in your hand.
Yeah.
But I still don't understand how people draw like so detailed. Like, look at this shit.
Well, some of it is your tools. Obviously he draws with pens, so you can get the really fine tip pens.
He doesn't do anything digital. As far as
no, he's all traditional. All
so
traditional,
it's like how does he get this? And it's spectacular. Spectacular.
Kayla coming in and asking the important question that I'm sure you can answer. What is the book about? The cover's cool, but what's the story? Kayla wants to be sold.
River of Blood is a story about a young man. His name is Seneshween. We call him for short Senesh. He is a young Algonquin Native American. His entire tribe. He is sent out as Native American young Algonquin men are. He's sent out for his spirit quest, essentially, his right of manhood. And so what they do in the Algonquin side of things is they give him this thing called the Wasakan root that they drink. So it's like acid, except it affects you for like a really long time, like at least 3 weeks. So he just drinks a bunch of acid, and then he goes out into the wilderness during the winter to live, and to survive by himself. And when he comes back from that manhood ritual, he comes to find that his entire tribe has been completely wiped out, and many of them have been eaten by this thing called the Wetiko, which he has encountered at this point. You guys will see in the comic book.
Yes.
So he's aware of this monster by the time he gets back to his village and understands that everybody's been wiped out. So he knows exactly what's going on. His mother, before she was also eaten by the Wetiko, she told him about this legendary shaman from down south, from a different tribe the Paiute tribe, and who is a legendary giant slayer. So the Wetiko is, to Senesh's mind, it's this fucking 15-foot tall cannibal monster that he has no feasible way of destroying. And he knows that because it wiped out his entire tribe while he was gone. So he knows that, I can't do this by myself. So he's got to travel down south to the land of the Red Rocks, as it's known to him. But for our modern parlance, it's Utah, essentially. He travels down there to go talk to a legendary shaman of the Paiute Native American tribe to figure out how to kill this beast. And so there's two stories in this. There's the story of Senash trying to get revenge on this creature that destroyed his whole life and all of his existence. And then there's the story of that legendary shaman whose name is Standing Waters. He tells Senash about how he learned how to kill giants. And gosh, I wish I had that page ready to go. I don't have that page ready to go, but I will show it in a second here of Standing Waters. But long story short, he's got to learn how to kill this monster, and he is taught how to do that by the Paiutes, which is an entire different story. So we talk when you ask why is it called River of Blood? The whole story of River of Blood is about. It's actually. And there's a lot of people who have different opinions on this stuff. I'm just going to say what I'm going to say. There is a real life story by a real life Paiute Native American where she talks about the story that's been handed down to her verbally throughout the centuries. Verbally, it's kind of brings us back to the Odyssey, where it's these verbal stories brought down from time to time. And are they real, or are they all fake and nonsense? And I'm more inclined to believe that people don't tell lies.
There you go.
And that's just kind of how I look at all of mythology and all of history, that the things that survive to this day are not lies, but maybe they're not 100% true either, but there's something about it that's true.
I'm on board with you on that. Yeah.
You got to figure out what it is. So we get to hear the story of the War of the River of Blood, wherein the Paiutes genocide an entire group of other individuals. And they're well within their rights to do such. And we'll see why in the story. But anyway, Senesh gets taught how to kill the monster, and so that he goes back. But really the story is all about his is revenge worth giving up everything else that you have in your life? Is revenge worth giving up the life that you could have had as a regular person?
Yeah, right.
And so that's going to be a subject that we're talking about in this book. Sometimes you feel like you need revenge, and sometimes you're well within your rights to get revenge, but what will it take from you?
Yeah, I like that. It's deep.
Yeah.
Kayla says, so you're mixing historical elements to a degree with fantastical horror mythological elements. Mm-hmm. That's hard to do.
That's exactly what I'm doing from
Love it.
That perspective. From my perspective, I'm mixing historical elements with a few mythological or fictional elements that I created myself to tell this story, this historical story. I really do think that the story that you guys are going to see in the middle of this story, there's two stories. There's the Wetiko, and then there's the story of the Paiutes fighting these giant cannibal white men. That's the real story. That's a real story that I think actually happened.
Yeah,
and
I believe
people make fun of me for thinking these kinds of things. That's fine.
Screw them. Screw those people.
I'm still going to tell this story, and I'm still going to show it in the most realistic way I can possibly imagine.
I think it's great. I'm really looking forward to that book for sure. I like the ideas and what you being on your show too. I believe we probably click on a lot of things when it comes to this kind of thinking as well. I had to laugh though. Rachel says, "Why do writers overcomplicate their pitches?" The funny thing about artists, no, I don't think you did at all. But I was just going to say, the funny thing about what artists do is we probably undersell our pitch.
Yeah.
And writers actually go into a breakdown of what the story is about. And so I don't think oversell or overcomplicated was there at all.
No.
But I do love you, Rachel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sleeping is green.
Well, I do know that from time to time I get a little long-winded, so I understand that.
Yeah, but you're invested in the story you're crafting. Like, nothing wrong with that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Kayla says, I can tell by how you speak that it's a well-written book.
Well, thank you.
There you go.
I appreciate that.
He sold me at the book he sold me on the book I'm a reader.
Nice.
There you go. There you go.
you.
Well,
He's got great legs.
Does anybody have a...
No.
Can you still get this, Patrick? The River Blood, can you still get that?
So that's the whole thing. Like, just really
that's
quick,
right.
by the way,
Go ahead.
this is an image of the second story within the book. This is an image of the War of the River of Blood, where you have these giant 12, 15 foot tall white cannibals just completely, eating these people and totally taking advantage of them. And that's why they decide.
Brutal.
When I say the Paiutes decided to genocide them, I say it in a very flippant way. But at the end of the day, like, the Paiutes were well within their rights, considering what they said were happening to them by these people. The Sitka is the name of the. This is actually the name that came from the historical document that I read about this subject. The Sitka are what they're called. These pale white giants who are cannibals, and they're even like necro cannibals too. So
shit.
They'll dig up old like dead bodies and eat those too if they have to. This horrible, disgusting beings. And the Paiutes were very specific about, like, they don't, the stories that come from the Paiute Native Americans, and I'm talking about like actual real human people, right?
Yeah.
They don't think that what they did by genociding this group of people is a bad thing.
But they're the ones that took out like the redheaded giants in a cave, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's Lovelock Cave is where it all kind of boils down to. And this whole story does bring it all back to that stuff.
That's awesome.
If you've ever
man.
heard that story, if you've ever read that lady's testament to what she said her ancestors told her.
Awesome story. Go check it out if you guys haven't yet. Try to find it, because it is a really interesting story that she tells, and like from a first-hand account when it comes to the tribe and everything. But when you're just like, oh wow, shit, like they describe giants, they describe red hair, what double rows of teeth, that kind of stuff, cannibalistic,
six fingers.
Yeah, like it's a really cool story.
There's actually like a whole, and I don't know the full, like I haven't done enough research to know the full, like if this is realistic or not, but in doing some of this research, there's an aspect of, when Indians go how, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, because of the fingers.
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to see how many fingers you have, and if you have 6,
I've heard that too.
You're not a trustworthy guy.
Yeah,
no shit.
But if 5, they're like, okay, so you're like a regular dude.
Yeah. But I heard that too. Like I read that part too. I was like, man, that's interesting. Like It all makes sense.
I think I like to combine things. So like the original version of this story I wrote in high school in 2010.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
2010. So that was 16 years ago, where I wrote a story, but it was different. What it was it was set in Russia, which will be another thing we'll talk about as we go forward here. Obviously, Russia is the thing that I'm interested in. But it was this story where it was Leningrad, the siege of Leningrad. If you guys know anything about that,
a little bit, yeah. Yep.
The Germans surrounded Leningrad, which is now known as St. Petersburg, the most beautiful city in the whole world, by the way. And they prevented any food or water from coming. It was a siege, right? So there was a point at which Stalin said, "Hey, if we see you eating other people, you'll be instantly executed on the spot." And so
makes sense.
The original story of River of Blood that I wrote back then, it was a short story. It was essentially just about these two kids in Leningrad, and their mother's dying from starvation, and they have to deal with the Wetiko. Like they experience it, and then they have to, deal with it. It's not a very fun story. I'm still trying to go back and find it to show people. So we're gonna, hopefully that'll be a part of the deluxe edition of River of Blood, which was an option on the first campaign, with the wraparound environmental cover. Did you guys ever see that one?
I don't think I saw that. No.
I show you
Maybe.
that really
Maybe. I'd have to see it again.
because it's going to be something people are going to get. They're going to be able to. Everybody who backed that first book and who backed the deluxe edition, they're all going to get this wraparound version of the comic, which is just spectacular. I think we're just going to do it Virgin.
Oh, wow.
I think Virgin is much better.
That's beautiful. Holy shit.
This will be the comic book plus, 30, 40 plus pages of concept art and background story and stuff that Peter and I have been working on.
Man, that's gorgeous. That is, woof.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. Now, if you missed out on the first campaign, sorry, but you missed out on the deluxe edition. Like, this is gonna be a hardcover wrap, like as you can see the wraparound environmental. So that's what we're doing with that campaign. Now that it's over, I still want to give people an option. They're going to obviously the EVS cover is not the worst option to provide to people.
Right? Exactly. Yes.
Possibly provided.
So if people want the first issue, what's going on where they can actually get the first issue now? You said that there's going to be a second chance campaign along with this new book that you're going to be putting out. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. Take this comment down because I'll comment on this comment if you don't take it down.
Oh, okay. We'll do. Let me start that. We'll do it after.
I want to talk about it.
Because we can do that.
Yeah. River of Blood. River of Blood is it's called Phenomenal Tales #2. River of Blood. It is technically speaking the second Phenomenal Tales, but you don't have to have read any of my other comics ever to enjoy and appreciate River of Blood. River of Blood, Peter and I made it so that it was very separate. Like, it is completely separate in a storyline perspective. It's the same universe as all the rest of my comic books, which is important, I think, for some people to know because they like the same rules apply, the same mythology applies, all this, that, and the other. But if you want to buy River of Blood, if you want to buy the EVS cover on the next campaign, and that's the only thing you want to buy, you're not going to have any problems. Like, you're not going to be, oh, I should have bought more books. I need to read more books to understand what this. No. It's a completely separate story by itself. So River of Blood is its own thing. It's still under my, branding or whatever, but it's a completely different book that you could just buy by itself and you won't have any problems. For Phenomenon, actually, what a great segue that was.
I like it. Look at that segue. That's how you do it. That's professionalism, guys.
Exactly.
Segues set up. Let's roll.
I wish I was more prepared for your segue, but for Phenomenon 3, you're saying like, oh, I don't know anything about Phenomenon 1999, this story that Patrick's got going. That's fine. If you want to get caught up, what you do is you grab this one.
There we go.
So this is the Alan Goldman cover.
Woohoo!
For the compilation edition. So the compilation is going to include Phenomenal Tales #1, Minotaur, Phenomenon #2, and Phenomenon #3. All of those. So that's 180 approximately pages of comic book that's going to be included in this hardcover edition with this beautiful cover by Alan Goldman. So this is like, if you haven't read anything that I've done before and you're like, I want to know what this story is all about, because there's pretty much at this point, I guess to describe it most easily to people, there's two stories that you're probably interested in. There's the Russian story, and then there's the Native American story. The Native American story, that's all River of Blood. You can just buy any number of River of Blood, any version of River of Blood, and you'll get that story. And that's all. Like, it's separate, but it is still the same universe as this Russian story. And so this whole story, Phenomenon 1999, is set in an alternate universe of the Soviet Union. It's obviously the year 1999. And so people who lived through it or know, like, the Soviet Union ended in 91, but not in this universe. In this universe, the America and the United States got into a nuclear war, and it was really bad on both sides, but they're both still kind of in the Cold War in 99. And now the Soviets have superheroes, as you can see on the left. Those are all the Soviet superheroes. On the right here, we have the counter-revolutionary terrorists, as they're called, rebellion in Russia.
Hold on a second, Patrick. Your mic's going off. All right, I think it's back. There you go. You're good.
Hello.
There you go. You're good. It was
My bad.
real muffled there for a
no
second.
worries.
I might have accidentally disconnected it.
Oh, that's all good. Pick up where you left off. I could hear you. It was just muffled.
Okay. But long story short, so what's going on in this universe is that it's an alternate universe where the Soviet Union did not die after 1991. They continued to exist because in the 70s, in 72, the United States and Russia engaged in a nuclear war. And so they're both trying to pick up the pieces and trying to get back to some level of power. And they're still at this, they're still locked in the kind of Cold War kind of thing, where the Americans don't trust the Soviets very much, and the Soviets obviously don't trust the Americans very much. But in this universe, there's a group of extremist Orthodox Christians who are rebelling against the Soviet regime, and that's who we see on the right side here. We see the Lantern Organization, as they're called.
Nice.
And they actually, in the last issue, in 2, they were able to get their hands on the last piece they needed to give themselves superpowers. So now they've kind of evened the table. They even the odds against the superpowered Soviets. And so that's what we're going to see in this next issue is actually they kind of it's kind of a split. The Soviets, they are, let me back it up. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to like, this is, I haven't even launched the campaign yet. So I'm still getting into the swing of like the way I phrase things to make it, you know what I mean?
Oh, I absolutely.
So what's going on here in this issue is that the Spetsnaz, the D6 Spetsnaz, these are the guys on the left here. This is the special operations of the Russian military. They are engaged in a mission where it's based off of there was a guy by the name of Lavrentiy Beria who was the head of the NKVD, which eventually became the KGB in Russia.
Okay.
And in 1908, this is all historical, by the way, folks. This is all my books are like this, where I take a historical thing, like an actual historical thing that you could say is fake or not, but historically people said it's real. I take that thing and then I make it into a book. And so this book is the 1908 story of the Tunguska explosion in Siberia. In 1908, there was this ridiculously large explosion above Tunguska, Siberia. In 1908, by the way, is way before the nuclear bombs, just so you at home who are listening, just so you know.
History lesson, everybody. Pay attention.
But it was...
Test later.
The explosion was so big that it was like 3 or 4 nuclear bombs combined.
Wow.
Nobody knows what it was exactly, but it was an explosion in the air about 2 or 3 miles above the countryside that ended up flattening. It made a ginormous crater in the Tunguskan side, like the environment, and then it like flattened all of the trees and everything around it from miles away. But it didn't burn them or destroy them, which is a fascinating thing when you're thinking about explosions and how explosions work. So for a long time, nobody in Russia knew what the fuck was going on. I don't think anybody really still knows what the fuck happened there. But Lavrentiy Beria, the first essentially head of the NKVD,
Hold up, Patrick. You mic'd did the exact same thing again.
Did it?
There. No, see, now it's back.
I guess I keep hitting it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, maybe that's what. Yeah. So some people are saying Scribe Comics is coming in the house. One of your CG commandos here saying meteor.
Mm-hmm.
Sheldon Martin said, "Wasn't that a meteor?"
Yeah, Scribe and Sheldon. That is the official thing that's been told to you by the authorities. Yes, it was a meteor.
That's right. Nobody believes the authorities.
I mean, look, if you look at the bare facts of like the physical reality of what occurred, for anybody to believe that it was a meteor is laughable.
I love
it. It was not a meteor. Like whatever it wasn't a meteor. Because a meteor would have burned up the countryside. It would have done all kinds of things. It would have hit the actual. The point is that what caused this problem was it did not actually hit the countryside. It did not actually like come down and strike the land. It was some kind of air burst that the Soviets didn't understand. Nobody understood what was going on. So Lavrentiy Beria, this guy, the first head of the KGB or NKVD as it was called back then, he supposed that it was an alien spaceship that caused this explosion. So in this story, our heroes of the D6 Spetsnaz are sent out to Tunguska to figure out what the fuck was going on there. Like nobody knows what it is. They've been sent out with this top secret document from Lavrentiy Beria to figure out what was going on. And just for the record, in real life, when the Soviet Union fell, many, many, many documents were brought to light and were grabbed by the American military and were released and this kind of thing. You know what I mean? This document that the Soviets or that the Russians admit exists was never released to anybody ever. The document from Lavrentiy Beria where he says, I think it was a spaceship. It was never released to anybody. It's still been kept under wraps by the Russian government, which is fascinating if you ask me. So in this issue, that's what the Spetsnaz is doing. They're trying to figure out what the heck was going on in Tunguska. And on the rebel side, they just got the serum. So they're trying to figure out how to make this superhero serum work so that they can have people who have superpowers so they can overthrow the government. And that's the story of Phenomenon 3.
Well, this cover looks amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm inclined to check this out for sure. So, I mean, if you guys haven't checked out River of Blood 2 and thank you. I was about to say, like, can we zoom in? Yeah, hell yeah. Alan Goldman is just such a talented dude.
Sick.
Makes us sick. Which, if you guys don't know, I gotta explain this every time. We're constantly getting new people coming and checking out the show and in the chat. Sean and I have a list of people that make us sick, artists that make us sick, and it's a good thing. It's like if you're an artist and we look at your work and you make us physically sick because you're so damn talented, that's a killer thing. Like that's it. Like so Alan Goldman is one of those guys that makes us sick as an artist because he's so damn good.
It's the highest form of flattery we'll ever publicly give anyone.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you. Kayla said, "Is that a killer whale?" Yes, it is.
Oh, is
his
it?
Name,
good
in fact, his name is Or Killer.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
There you go. Good name. I like that.
I'm trying like some of these
Delete
names.
the stream.
I had a lot of inspiration from Ethan's Shock Roach and things like that that he does. Like we got on the Lantern side, there's a guy who is mixed with praying mantis DNA, and I call him Manticide.
Nice.
I'm a big fan of some of these names. I have another guy who's mixed with a spider, and I call him Terrorantula.
Yeah. I love it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good play on words. Good play on words.
I'm trying to do that thing. You know, it's like you got to get.
That's like the old school. Yeah, the old school comic.
At first, I had like Russian names for all these characters, but then I realized nobody's gonna get this or like it that much, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I got to give these guys like Americanized names. So now they all have kind of. So we got Or Killer, Pumpkin Man, Baron, Terrorantula, Blue Rose, Diamond, Minotaur. These are the kinds of. I had to switch it around a bit to make it a little more easy for people to understand.
All right, here we go. Sleeping is dropping the link here for the Fun My Comic pending
Don't
the
show that.
chance.
Don't show that.
Don't drop that one?
Well, I mean, you could go over there, but it's not a good look right now.
Oh.
It's very basic.
Well, people can still sign up for it, though, through there, right?
Can you? I don't.
That's what I'm asking. Like, I've never used Fun My Comics, so I'm not quite sure. But I'm trying to find a place if people want to sign up for this, if they want to sign up for the second chance of River of Blood, where can we send them to do this?
Well, I would say just share my X. All of the links will be available there. Like, I'm not gonna like. I used to have a mailer light. I used to do the email thing, but it didn't end up being of any use. It was just your profile, Patrick. Yeah, that's right. I mean, yeah. Hey, look, share it if you like. I'm not embarrassed about anything I've done, but I'm just saying, like. It's not that campaign page that she was sharing there is not the same. Oh, it's my profile. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. It's actually my profile. Yeah.
Oh, you're actually okay.
Yeah. If you just follow that, like you'll get all the updates.
Okay, gotcha. Nice.
But if you follow me on X, like all that's going to be within the next week or so, and we're going to have everything up and running. So
I love it. Well, everyone go check that out. I think it's going to be awesome. And once you have that live and stuff, we'll have you back and see how everything's going. We'll talk more about it. And maybe we'll get Kayla on for that show because I feel like she would do a very good, she would do a good job. She would do a good job of asking questions, but then she'd also take over the show, and then I'd have to come in and slap it down a little bit. And be like, all right, calm down. You know, she has a tendency to do that.
Cry at night.
Getting into the important things. Because I wanted to bring this up too to see where we're at. Shane Davis has launched Back Me Bro today. Been promoted all day long. He what is this? Starlight Cats, the Merline Line Rising collected edition they put out. When we started the show, it was at $12,417 with 230 backers. Let me refresh and see if they've done anything more. And there you go, 13,201 backers on Back Me Bro. The very first campaign on Back Me Bro. Certainly not the last, though. There'll be a lot of campaigns coming out here after this beta testing, including a version of Reaper Destroyer Issue 2 with a brand new cover artist coming on specifically for Back Me Bro. So if you guys haven't yet, please go over to backmebro.com, follow on X, and give that like and support because they are doing a great thing for the community there with that website or that crowdfunding site. To wrap up this show, or the last segment we're going to do, not wrap it up, the last segment we're going to do, I got inspired the other day. I was, every once in a while I'm on Facebook, and I see these groups that I'm in, people are in these groups posting old art from the 90s, and I haven't done a big comic book central subject in a second, and I saw this the other day, and it's totally hit my nostalgia buttons. And I wanted to bring it up and share it with you guys. I wanted, and this is what I want to talk about. So, Wildcats 4. Yes. The reason why Wildcats 4 is important to me is because this was the first Wildcats issue I ever read.
Okay.
I was telling Sean this. Like, I lived out in the country when I was growing up. It was 40 minutes to the nearest town, so I didn't get out a lot to the comic book shops. Basically, the spinner racks in my grocery store is what we got. And they had all the Marvel, the DC stuff. They didn't have a lot of Image books. Now, I knew that Jim Lee had gone to a new company, was doing a new characters, but I hadn't seen it yet. So one day I was in the Walmart or something. They had bagged issues. It was like a bunch of different books, and I saw Wildcats 4, and I was like, man, I got to get this. I got it, took it home. The very first issue I ever read was this. This was the first page of Wildcats 4 the first page of Wildcats 4 was this awesome character, Hellspawn. Jim Lee in his heyday. I don't care what anyone says. I think this miniseries of Wildcats was amazing. But I want to share this with you guys, this artwork here. We'll go through the issue real quick. I'm just going to comment on this because I see this kind of stuff. I'm like, this is my childhood. These are the things that made me want to be a comic book artist, creator, and just dive into this world. And I can go through every single one of these pages. And I remember this like it was yesterday, flipping through this for the first time, being like blown away, like, oh my God. Like I'd seen Jim Lee on X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, but this was a whole nother level to me. Brand new characters, and it was just a vastly awesome world. And I was just like, what am I dealing with here? Sean knows what I'm talking about.
I've seen better. I'm kidding. Like, I'm with Joe. Like, this is so important to me. Like, the first year of Image is what gets my creative juices going. When I need to tackle a page, if I'm stumped on the story, like, I'll look at what those guys are doing. I'm like, oh, I'll just draw this chapel from Jim Lee. But no, like, this is so inspiring to me. I'm with you. Like, I'm back in 6th grade, ripping open that book, getting those cards, because it was polybagged, I believe.
Yeah, it was polybagged. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, it was polybagged for
Remember?
this one.
I'm driving down Market Street of the town I grew up with. My parents just reading the book and just couldn't wait to just read it again. But like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and just it's just.
Now hold on. Were you actually reading it, or were you just looking at the pages?
Just looking at the pages.
First,
yeah.
I was looking at the pages, but then I went back to read it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, years later, I'd go back and read it. But when I was, so this came out, I was probably.
This came out in '93.
Okay,
you probably just turned 11.
I was gonna say I was like right around 11, right around 11 or 12, right around that age.
Yeah.
And so for the most part, I was just looking at the image because I was so just struck by the comic book art and just what people can do with art and just colors and all that kind of. Like I was just so confounded by that. It will be years later I'd actually go back and like actually read the story. But for the most part, I could just get lost in my imagination, looking at the pictures, making up the story on my own as it went. Because, comic books, the cool thing about comic books is you can kind of do that. You might not be 100% accurate, but you can kind of get a good sense of what's going on in an issue without actually reading the dialogue if you want to, if you're that age,
Sure.
And I absolutely did with this book. OVR says Joe's pants were off then, too. It's a muscle memory. That's a great point. It's a great point. But this is what I'm talking about, the dynamics of these poses. I mean, we don't get a lot of these poses anymore. These like in your face, foreshortening, hand throwing poses that Jim Lee and all of them used to do back in the day. Like this stuff is kind of passe. People don't really go out and venture and push like this kind of dynamics anymore. It's sad to see.
So what do you think's going? Like we were talking on the Commandos on Saturday about. So we were looking over that newest. I guess it was Ultimate Spider-Man or Amazing Spider-Man. Where it's like it's just all dialogue the whole time, and it's just like these pages of like 9-panel pages of
the Bendis stuff,
face shots. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Bendis wrote it. He might have. That would not be surprising.
Is it the original Ultimate Spider-Man? Like
no. Not the. I would never shit talk the original Ultimate Spider-Man because I grew up with that. So for me, that's like. The same way this is to you guys, that's what Ultimate Spider-Man is to me.
That's cool.
So it was like the newest Spider-Man comic book that just released. Everybody's been talking about it. It's like it's literally just an entire comic book of people talking.
Oh, and that's ridiculous.
It was funny because there's one action shot, and I say that sarcastically because the action shot is Mary Jane making an angry expression with her face. And then there's an entire panel, and the entire panel is just wham. It's the sound effect of wham.
No.
And then the next panel is the girl that she ostensibly punched in the face.
The aftermath of it.
Right. It's like,
they don't.
What do we do? Like, what?
People don't know how to sequentially tell comic book stories anymore.
Dude, it's so bad.
Yeah, they've lost the dynamics, the energy that comics used to have, and the modern day storytelling and the modern day artists. Or even this could be the script as well. A lot of full scripts out there. They've just lost that. But that's why I love going back and like looking at these things from the past.
This third panel. It's the second panel.
And look at the second panel. Second panel. 2 panels. That's all you need.
Look at this shit. It's so good.
You don't even need a background. That's how good it is. Like it's. And honestly, like I don't even think a background would do this image justice for any,
it's a very 90s thing to do, by the way, though, I would say.
Definitely 90s. Yeah, you'd probably see more backgrounds and stuff today, but the 90s you could probably pull back a little bit because we know the setting. We get the setting from the pages that they've been into. So this is just the jerk shot. Like this is the money shot.
Right.
Warblade jumping at the camera. Yeah, that's what it's called. That's what they called it back in the day. It was the jerk shot, the money shot.
Term they used?
It was the actual terms that artists would use. Yeah, it was the jerk shot or the money shot. Yeah. Yeah, but that's what this was. Like this was what was it was in your face. All the focus was on this badass jumping pose of Warblade. You didn't need the background, and the white actually makes it pop out even more.
But it's sick. I mean, look at that. I mean, you can't argue with that pose. The detail involved in the fingers in the front and the foreground there.
Yeah. Yeah, and shout out to who was the colorist on this? Was it Russis? Was it Joe Russis? Sean?
Wasn't Choido?
Was it Choido by this point?
I believe you're right. Hold on.
Can I
keep talking? Let me see if I can find.
Yeah, I think it was Russis early on, or Rossis, however you pronounce his name.
While you're looking for that, I'm going to say something very not okay.
Tell me about
a lot of you guys. I feel like 90s colorists. Not good.
Oh, you don't like the 90s colors?
Now, it's like this.
Okay.
I like it because when I grew up, this is what I was growing up with. But at the same time, what my problem is with 90s colorists is that they distract from and detract from the line work. That's my opinion. And if you look at people like for instance, as an example, and I don't hate to do this because actually it's positive for me. But if you look at the Alan Goldman cover, right, Alan is 100% a 90s artist.
Oh yeah.
Like if you took him and you put him back in the 90s and you said he's a modern artist in the 90s, nobody would have batted an eye. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody would look at his work. Everybody would have looked at Alan's work and they would have gone, yes, this is 100% in every aspect of the way a 90s artist.
Yeah.
So you get Peter Gilmore's colors on his 90s line work. And I think everything pops better. I think you can see characters better. I think you can see everything that's going on a lot better. That's my main issue with 90s colorists is that, and again, to be clear, I understand that they were under different, like they didn't have the technology.
Yeah, like Kayla's saying.
Whatever.
Yeah,
all that. Yeah. And that's fair enough. That's fair enough. But I just want to say, like, the 90s art plus modern coloring and not, let me take a step back there. Not like 100% modern coloring, because modern coloring is actually kind of boring and uninteresting.
Yeah, I was just going to say there's a lot of modern colors that are not good. Yeah.
But with modern technology, with somebody who understands 90s art, like Peter Gilmore, for instance, I think you get the best of both worlds. I think that you get the line work is perfectly shown, but also you get these beautiful popping colors that make everything just so spectacular. So
now,
that's the only thing I want to say about 90s art.
Now, I might be biased, but I think I have a 90s colorist myself, and I think he does a wonderful job bringing out my line weights.
There you go.
Doing the pop. Shout out to Dan Kemp.
But I will say that the Kemps, even though they came from the 90s, they've evolved through technology and everything. The thing about, and Kayla brought it up too, obviously they're limited colors.
No, what's that comic called?
Type 1.
Yeah, Sean's book,
I'm
Type
sure
1.
I'm sure you've put it. Have I not? Do you have a new campaign coming up or anything sometime soon?
Yeah. We're gonna do a second chance. Just about wrapping up the book now, and then once I get that into everybody's hands, we'll probably do a second chance or something like that.
Yeah. But the colors, what I like about the 90s colors is they're subtle. They're a little bit flatter. And I actually have a different opinion, Patrick. Like, I think it actually complements the line art quite a bit. Like, you can see all of the line art on here. And what I loved about the 90s, too, what they don't do anymore today, and I've even tried to get my current colorists to do this, and they won't. The yellow underlighting that they would put in all of the comics back then, for some reason, I thought was so cool.
Oh, the rim lighting?
Yeah, the yellow rim lighting. They don't do that in modern comics anymore.
Mm-hmm. But see, this page right here, like, to my point, I don't want to argue with you, Joe, but we're going to argue now. We're having a problem here.
Chat's about to turn on Patrick. It's all right.
This hey, it's not the first chat even today. So fucking all right, let's go. I mean, this shot right here is a great shot. I love it, but I feel like I don't know what's going on in the middle section of the shot, and I feel like that's colors.
Well, like right here.
I mean, now I see it. Now that I'm taking I'm taking a step back and looking at it. Now I see what's going on. But I feel like from like comic book, like when you're reading the comic book, that like when you originally had it at the full whatever, that right there.
Yeah.
That's like comic book distance where I read the comic book in real life. And I just don't know what's going on in that top panel. Like with the colors, like the colors are nice, but it's not as clean as it could be.
I mean, I could see some of that stuff with, like the blood kind of blends into the red here, and you got the blending of the colors. But again, they were still limited to what they could print.
No, I know.
Even back in when they were using the different the heavier stock that they started using in an image, because they had better paperwork across the board when Image was going on, and they were the first ones to start diving into the digital colors as well.
Yeah.
But no, I get what you're saying on some of this stuff.
But I mean, all that aside, look at these pages. I mean, still, like, you have to be able to like.
Okay, it was
like.
All right, yep.
There's a lot of people who like they'll watch old movies, for instance, and they'll be like, "This movie sucks." There's no CGI in this movie, and it's like, brother, did you see the animatronics they were working with? Did you see the fucking? You know what I mean? Like there's
Right.
a certain level to which you have to, and I'm certainly 100% capable of this, understanding that like the technology available to people at that time and looking at what they did with what they had at their disposal, you know, you have to be impressed. Like you just have to be. Like if you're not, like,
Oh yeah,
you don't get it. Like you don't understand.
Rick Saylor says I prefer the flat stock paper with the '90s colors. Yeah, I'm always of a mindset like I like the old colors because they're a little bit more simplistic. Some of the newer colorists have a tendency to over render, just like artists can do. And so a good blend of the two, I think, is really good. But yeah, I just I saw this the other day on Facebook. One of the guys in the Wildstorm, I think it was the Wildstorm group I was in.
He posted it everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, so he posts a bunch of different groups. Okay.
Yeah.
And I actually went to his Facebook page, and he's got a ton of different books where he just drops every single page of a book just like this. And I'm just like, damn, dude, like this. Obviously I've got all these in my collection, but seeing this just. Well, I haven't read him in a while. I'm just like, oh man, yeah, like this is why I liked comic books so much in the past. This excitement, characters, fun characters, designs, the storytelling on the page, the art, obviously, nice gratuitous booty shots. Like they weren't afraid to do that. Shout out Jim Lee, let's go.
Yeah.
I
also really love the red outlines around. You know what I mean? Like
the words.
You oftentimes, I don't know who this guy is, but you oftentimes have that around like people just being very. Aggressive when they're speaking.
Yeah,
I love that. Like the 90s lettering was perfect. We should not have regressed from that.
No, and I agree. And that's on Reaper Destroyer, I work with Eric Weathers, and when I told him, he was like, what do you want to do with the letters? And I was like, I want a 90s aesthetic. I was like, I don't want it to be copy of the 90s, but I want a 90s aesthetic because that's the lettering I liked. All together, all this stuff that you just explained. So yeah, I agree. But yeah, this was so cool because I got into this book. I had no idea what it was because I hadn't read the first 3 issues. So this is the first issue I got to read, and it was just it was one of those things that was life changing. It was one of those things that just sticks in my head, and I remember to this day at 44 years old where I was in my bedroom on the floor, just constantly constantly reading books. Looking at the art naked. And just getting butt naked, touching myself, and just getting lost in this world, this fantasy world of comic book characters and art. Yeah, this is fantastic.
That's top hits, man.
That's how that when I was a kid, I bought a Hulk Marvel Legends action figure, and it came with the Hulk versus the Juggernaut.
Nice.
And I saw the Juggernaut drawn in the 90s format for the first time because I'd only previously seen him in the X-Men, the 60s stuff.
Yep.
And I saw like that, by the way, was it like if you notice when you see the rebels in my comic book, a lot of them wear masks and like they'll have the eye holes, you know what I mean? But then you'll just see like just the eyes, and the eyes are all colored one color, which all came from those images of Juggernaut I saw as a kid when I was like, holy fuck, like him. Cause you remember like Juggernaut, he'd like his big fucking, and it was like, I think it was Jim Lee. It was a big, he's got his giant fucking helmet and these holes, which are, it's just black, but then you see his eyes in the blackness. And I was like, as a kid, and down, you'd see his teeth too. He would be like, and you'd see just the teeth and just the eyes.
Yeah.
And it would be like, oh, that's the sickest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Like, and it still is the sickest thing I've ever seen.
I really miss old school character designs.
Yes.
When they wanted to go over the top or just, whatever. You really wanted to showcase a cool design. I miss that because we don't get that a lot in comic books anymore. And it's a shame. A lot of the designs I see in modern day comic books are just, they're all right.
They're somewhere between like what was happening before, which is what they have to do because they feel like they need to, we got to bring this character, got to talk about this. But then it's also like somewhere, like it's almost always like the movie version of the character. You know what I mean? Like the level of technology, the way they draw technology, for instance, or the way they draw costumes is all very like, we're orienting this towards a movie kind of thing.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
yeah,
As opposed to the old stuff, which
Yep.
the old stuff was just like, no, we're gonna make this costume look fucking sick.
Yeah,
Like,
because
that's all.
it was about the storytelling, it was about the fantasy of it all. We didn't need to be practical, and that's what was cool. You know,
Right.
a lot of the manga influence came into the Western artists, and they brought that into Marvel and well, specifically Marvel and Image, I guess, with the artists that we followed. And it was just the fantastical elements of these characters that made this fantasy world of comics, superheroes, anti-heroes, such a fantastic place to be, especially as a kid, and your imagination could just run wild. It was amazing. So yeah, I wanted to share that with everybody because we don't do enough comic book content on this channel anymore. And I want to bring that up and be like, yo, guys, we're still here. We're still doing this. But before we get out of here, guys, I have a book called Reaper Destroyer. Issue 2 is out on Indiegogo and SuperiorPressComics.com. We are I got to check it out. We're like around 100 or so, $200 away from hitting 10K on this campaign altogether. If you haven't yet, please go to Indiegogo. Check this out. Back it. I'm not going to do a pitch right now. If you guys are on the stream a lot, you've heard me talk about this book, but I'm going to try to get the show to an end. Check it out, though. You got my cover, a nice booty shot. If you like great asses, then you're going to love Vanessa's ass, and you're going to want to get that cover. John Malin knocked it out of the park with this cover as well. Everyone loves it. It's leading the covers sold so far. John Malin in the lead of everybody. We also
Great
have Brett.
shirt, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Came out fantastic.
I love the way you sent the shirt too. Like I was wearing the shirt on the Commandos the other night, and that shirt, just the actual way the shirt is,
the way
it's very 90s.
Hell yeah!
Like I have an old Soundgarden shirt from '94.
Oh, nice.
But it's the same thing where like the whatever the stretchy part up here, right at the it's very small, you know.
That's what you
but
gotta
it's
do.
like it's like a big baggy shirt with the very small thing. Like it's just such a 90s shirt. It's so sick. I love it.
You also got the Brett motherfucking Booth cover. We are big fans of Brett around here, and he just did a fantastic shot of Reaper Destroyer. Oliver Isabedra knocking it out of the park, featuring Vanessa, Reaper Destroyer, Apophis, and Victor on this cover. And then, of course, the Ethan Van Sciver cover, bringing out the very sexy Vanessa and all of her gold glory.
You did get an Ethan Van Sciver cover.
Yeah, except I paid for it. That's the difference, Patrick.
It's beautiful, dude. It's spectacular.
Came out fantastic.
Yeah.
So a lot of talents on this book when it comes to the covers. Obviously, I'm doing some of my best work as an artist and storytelling. The story is going to be great, going in much more of a fantasy realm. You guys know that as we're going forward. Go back this now on Indiegogo or SuperiorPressComics.com. Be on the lookout for the Back Me Bro campaign that will be coming in so many months whenever Shane gets that going, but I will be putting the campaign up there. Oh shit, before we go, we got a $4.99 super chat from Kayla. It says, there was a time before Art Adams and a time after Art Adams.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, you want to read it? Yeah, read it, yeah.
There was a time of Art Adams. Wait, let me do that. There was a time before Art Adams and a time after Art Adams. Here you go, knucklehead. We love you.
Thank you for the $4.99, Kayla. This is for you.
So that I may talk. Squirrel! My master is good.
Yeah. That's an insight. We don't get to do that very often anymore. But Kayla was she would get distracted all the time when we would stream before on Appreciating Comic Book Art Live. It was like a squirrel. It was like a dog. Just like you're talking about one thing and all of a sudden, boom, she goes off in a completely different direction. We're not even talking about that subject and she just jumps right into it. Shout out, Kayla. We love you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Yes.
You sound Worcester, Mass, Sean.
All right.
All right, everybody. Patrick, what do you got going on? You want to show where people can find you, follow you, all that kind of stuff before we get out of here?
Well, you can follow me on X as Logos Comics. I'll post it right here in the chat here. You can also follow me on YouTube. It's the same thing, Logos Comics. And tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but this coming Saturday, we're going to be launching the Phenomenon 3 / River of Blood Second Chance campaign. So join us for that. Honestly, if you guys want to come on, I'd love to have you on. It'd be a great time.
Yeah, might have to if I can. Fridays are hard for me, but yeah, let us know. Like I enjoy
it's Saturday. It's
Saturday. Oh, okay, yeah. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. I might try to jump on.
Yeah. But we're gonna hopefully I'm trying to get everybody who's worked on the campaign there. So hopefully Alan Goldman, Aaron Lepresti, Ethan Van Sciver. We'll see who can make it. But it's just that's a straight up all-star lineup. So join us for that for the launch of Phenomenon 3, and that's it, baby.
I love it. Well,
and Kayla, you got to come on too.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Shout out to Patrick. Thank you for coming on, man. It's been a joy hanging out with you. We'll have to do that again. Everybody go sign up and back. The books and the links have been dropped. Speaking of the links, shout out to the mods that have been in the chat. Sleeping has been in there. Sheldon, Rick as well. Anybody else I've seen drop chats that I'm not giving a shout out to. You know I pay attention to you and I love you. Guys, we will be back on Thursday at 10:30 for the Grifts. New show we're doing. It'll be episode 7. Had a fantastic show last Thursday, so join us this Thursday as we talk about who knows what. It'll be awesome. But then be back here next Sunday at 10:30 for the Ronin Joe Show, episode 62. Until then, everybody, nostalgia is great. Go find comic books that remind you of your childhood. And I want you to take those comic books. I want you to sit down in your room. And maybe you're an adult now. Maybe you have a studio. Who knows? I want you to go in there. I want you to lock the door. I want you to get your stack of comic books. I want you to sit on the ground. I want you to take your pants off. That's right. I want you to flip through these books. I want you to go down memory lane. And while you're doing it, I want you to touch yourself and have a good time. And at the end, at the very end, I want you to picture me naked. Talk to you all later. Peace.
He should do his duty, and to impress him, takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, to destroy worlds."
Was practically suicide. Next in line. Get ready to settle the score, and get ready to face the floor, 'cause it's time to remember it. This is war, and it's on tonight. So get up and fight. Get up and fight. Let's do this. About ready to break it. We're all about ready to break it. We're all about ready